They want me to be quiet. It's no big deal. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Yo, what is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, host of When Persona Interviews, and one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And I'm fired up today. I'm fired up. I am fired up today because we got some news today. And I can't wait to talk about it with you. I can't sing. I can kind of sing, but I can't. Yo, listen, what is going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing today? How y'all feeling today? It's Friday, man. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something, man. It's Friday. It was a semi-slow day at work. You know, I woke up feeling good. You know, I took a nice hot shower this morning. I was feeling so good today. Then we seen this goddamn news. Then we seen the news. Then we saw the news. And I'm like, huh? What is going on today? Why can't your boy get a nice, peaceful day, a nice, peaceful week without no crazy PlayStation news? You feel me? Listen, before we get into it, I gotta, how's my sound? Make sure my sound is good and everything. Also, hit the like button, share the stream out. Also, real quick, man, guys, for those that don't know as of yet, I do have the membership button on my channel. If you guys are interested in becoming a member, you know, you guys can do that. That'd be dope. That'd be cool. You know, the link to become a member, if you're on your phone, the link to becoming a member is in the description. You know, it's appreciated. It's not mandatory, but it's always appreciated. And you know, I rock with all you guys, man, my supporters, man. I appreciate y'all. If y'all can hit that like button, share the stream out and things like that, that'd be great as well, right? Listen, man, I got a new sound for y'all, man. I got a new sound because we adding a new sound to the repertoire. We are adding a new sound to the soundboard, to the soundboard, and it's going to be a permanent sound, right? And let me make sure the audio is, the audio is, and the sound is Optic Blast. You got me. We gonna be, the optics is definitely, especially with the way PlayStation has been moving as of late. The optics blast, as some would like to say. I'm feeling real cyclopish, especially today. So the optics is something that is definitely staying on the soundboard, because we are definitely going to be talking about the optics for quite a while. But where are my manners? How rude of me. Where are my manners? Let me say what's up to everybody in the chat. Yo, MV Dub, what is good with you? Don P in the building. Michael Patterson in the building. Appreciate you. Buck Rogers. Magnificent Black. Aaron in the building. Rollo God. James Williams said, it's always nice to catch the podcast live. James Williams, it's always nice to have you here live. You know, I appreciate the supporters and people that come through to my show. You guys are forever appreciated. Star Guardian 88, man, what is good? Alpha Mega Fire, what's good with you, bro? Wolf Flow in the building. Pug Channel in the building. Lay is in the building. What's good, Lay? That Lay said, everybody hating on Jim Ryan. I have to say, these PlayStation decisions were not his. Shout out to you, Lay, man. I respect your opinion and your stance on this. Yo, PlayStation 5 God, he said, I'm still at work. Hey, man, I appreciate you listening to me while you're at work, bro. I appreciate that. I hope I could get you through the rest of your work day. You feel me? Yo, Saber Zero in the building. Yo, Saber, when you gonna come through to the Discord, man? Yo, Saber, when you coming through to the Discord? I need you at the Discord, sir. I need you in the Discord, sir. I need you here. I would love to have a conversation with you about all things PlayStation. You feel me? He says, it's not a big deal, and I'm a PS fan too. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Yo, shout out to Saber. Who else is here? Yo, Kelvin Smith in the building. Kelvin said, gaming industry getting spooky, but I'm going to keep playing games. Still got to change my PS3 era name, though. LOL. Kelvin Smith, I appreciate you for always coming through, bro. And I agree with you 100%. The game industry is getting spooky. Who else is it? Yo, Master Ed Dog in the building. What's good, bro? Vedger in the building. Who else is here? Star Guardian, I think I said what's up to you. Yo, Philly the Weapon, what's good with you, bro? Bland Drew, probably the only Nintendo fan that follows me and supports the channel. I appreciate you, Bland Drew, for always coming through, man. Shout out to Bland Drew, man. Appreciate you. Games for the early birds that were here early was Magnificent Black was here early. Issa ISA in the building. I don't know if ISA is here right now, but he was here early. Also, Games for Eternity. Shout out to Games for Eternity, man. He was one of the early birds. And then the Iron Panther was early bird as well, was here before the podcast started. And Buck Rogers, always here early, man. Always coming through, man. Appreciate you, Buck. Yo, Pug Channel, everybody here, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Rollo God in the building. What's good, Rollo? They go Issa. I see Issa. Aziza, what's good, man? Kevin Green, what's up? Rollo says, Apisona, look, I'm a change. Look, looks like I'm changing my name to Rollo Optics. Hey, Rollo, we Optics boys out here. Yo, Dangel, what's going on with you, bro? I appreciate you, man. Shadow the Ghost, what's up, Persona? Yo, Shadow, what's going on with you, bro? I always appreciate you, man. B Staples, what's good, man? You was on Speak from the Heart earlier, B Staples, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Who else? D Truth in the building. Appreciate you, boys, man. Appreciate you, boys, man. Kevin Green, man, with the super chat, he says, so Sony is doing all these bad things. It's the end of Sony, but Microsoft hasn't dropped anything from their studios, but that's okay. Shaking my head. Ooh, Kevin Green. You hitting it on the spot. I promise you, Kevin, we are going to go in today. I promise. Because let me explain something to you guys, right? Let's talk about the optics. It's time for some optics talk. It's time for some optics talk, right? Because listen, man, I'm a PlayStation fan too. No, but on a serious note, this is something that I want everybody to understand. Yo, Glorious World, what's good, man? Yo, Persona, I'm going to jump in. Ooh-wee. Glorious World coming through to the chat. That's what I like to hear. Ooh-wee. I'm going to open the chat in a little bit, guys. So this is what I want people to understand, man, right? This is what I want people to understand. In PlayStation Nation, I'm talking specifically to you, right? I'm talking to PlayStation Nation because we've had this conversation numerous times, right? And in Bari's chat earlier, if some of you were there, you'll understand what I'm talking about, right? When it comes to how some people view things that PlayStation do, people in this community, a lot of people are very dismissive, right? They write things off. They have no convictions. They don't stand for anything, right? But then it's the other side of people. And really, these people, I would even say this subset of people piss me off more than the people that don't have a conviction, right? Because they'll speak on these things, but not really speak with passion or compassion or understanding. They just want to be in the conversation to talk. They don't buy games. They don't support games. They don't support nothing that the console does or what developers are doing, but they always have an opinion. People like that irk me. They irk me down to the bone marrow. I was saying this on Barry's podcast. Down to the bone marrow. These people irk me because they're always trying to push their ideologies on you. And if you feel so for example, we're gonna look at the article that Jason Schreier wrote. We're gonna look at some of the highlights from that and things like that, right? But this goes back to last year. This goes back to last year, right? And I'm talking about me specifically. And for those that have been following me and follow my content, even up to now, you guys know that I have maintained the same energy, and my viewpoints on PlayStation have always been stern, and they've always been my feelings, not what's best for Twitter, not what's best for, and as much as I appreciate you guys, I come to you with my opinions, my thoughts on news and situations. And there's a lot of you in the chat that disagree, which is perfectly fine. I love the disagreements, but that's what I feel like, that's what makes both the PlayStation Nation, and more specifically what makes my community and my supporters and people so great, right? Is because there are some of you that disagree in the chat, and we can still have a conversation. You guys still come back to the show. You guys support the channel and things like that, because I think you guys can smell bullshit, right? You can smell when somebody's bullshitting, right? Or when somebody's just doing this for likes and retweets and all that bullshit, right? I really feel how I feel here, right? And when it comes to PlayStation, right? PlayStation is a console, is something that has been with me for most of my life. You get what I'm saying? It's been my main console of choice for most of my life. It has brought me a lot of joy, right? For the small games, for the big titles, for the third-party exclusives, all these different things, right? And I think for a lot of you in the chat, yo, Ice Queen, what's good? Hey, Persona, I'm not feeling well today. Ice Queen, I hope you, take it easy today. Take some medicine and whatnot. And if you don't feel better, definitely go to the doctor. And I think for a lot of us in the chat, PlayStation was that for a lot of us as well, right? Where PlayStation has offered us a lot of joy in our lifetime, has done a lot for us. And when you think of PlayStation, you think of great games, you think of great exclusives, and more importantly, you think of the great times that PlayStation has, the great games that PlayStation has brought you, both big and small. Pause. The Parappa the Rappers and all these smaller titles and different types of games, the quirky titles and things like that. You think of all these games, right? So when we see PlayStation, or when we see things coming out about, PlayStation moving in a direction that we know is not something that is 100% something that we agree with, because we know how PlayStation used to be. And this was a conversation that I was having earlier in the week when it came to E3 2016, and talking about when I speak about PlayStation and its faults. When I speak about PlayStation and how they're slacking in specific areas, you'll see people on Twitter, if I'm saying it, or if Barry is saying it, or whatever. Or, shout out to my bro Barry, man. Shout out, that Speak from the Heart was on point today, man. Where's the clap? Shout out to my bro Barry, man. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. What's Up PlayStation podcast with myself and Barry, and trust and tell me, man. Trust and believe, it's gonna be a great show. Trust me. So anyway. So when it comes to PlayStation, and when they start falling off, certain people can't see it because they're only focused on the here and now, and they're not looking at the history of PlayStation, or how PlayStation used to move and how they're moving now, and seeing the difference, right? Following PlayStation for so long, right? Being a part of PlayStation, buying their games, buying their consoles, and all this stuff for so long, I can see, and I think a lot of you in the chat, even the ones that disagree with me, right? I think a lot of us here right now can agree that when we look at PlayStation now, and we think back to the PS2, PS3, hell, even PS4 generation, we see a shift. And we understand that a big part of this shift that we are seeing is due to management. But here's the problem. Sometimes a shift can be for the worst and not for the better. I'm talking about, yes, you guessed it, the optics. Optic blast. I'm talking about the optics. And listen, we've talked about MLB The Show enough. I'm not going to talk about that here, right? I really want to stick to this specific article that Jim Ryan has come out with. And stick to not Jim Ryan. Oh my God, I want to stick to the article that Jason Schreier has come out with, because I do think that there's some validity here to this, right? And here's another thing. Here's another thing, right? And this is very important. And I want you guys to hear this. Here's the other thing. Yo, Rollo really changed his name to Rollo Optics. Oh God. Hey, shout out to my boy Rollo, man. Hey, yo, my boy Rollo really changed his name to Rollo Optics. I love it. I love it. I love it. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think a lot. Yo, Jez, what's good, bro? Jim don't like passion projects, but like to kick ass beef Wellington. Like to make kick ass beef Wellington. Oh my God. But here's the thing that I think. Here's the other thing that I want people to understand. Right? Just because something doesn't, you don't feel a certain way about something that's happening with PlayStation, doesn't mean that it's a good thing, right? You know, I see certain people in the community as that's like, oh, this ain't that big a deal, you know. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this, and they're like, and I'm like, yo, man, like another Uncharted. Another Last of Us remake? Yo, listen, some of these things we do not need. Listen, I'm an Uncharted fan to the bone marrow. I love Last of Us down to the bone marrow. You understand? No. PlayStation is and listen, this is another thing, and ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta stop this bullshit of, oh well, PlayStation, they're putting out games, Persona. They're putting out games, Persona. It's not that big a deal. They're putting out the games. Like, we know that, guys. We know that PlayStation is putting out the games. Hey, yo, Iron Panther in the building. Appreciate you, Iron. He said, I think Sony has become too Americanized, Persona. Hey, man, I agree. I agree. When you get rid of Japan's studio, you assimilate that studio after some of the great games that they have made, bro. I get it, man. PlayStation is in the business of making money. They've always been in the business of making money. But even with them being in the business of making money, they still took risks and chances. But see, here's the other side of that, Panther. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the other side of that. Matter of fact, let me ask the chat a question. Does some of this, and let's keep it on Japan studio, right? Does some of this fall on the shoulders of gamers for not buying the games? And I'm speaking most specifically to Japan studio. Is the fault some of the gamers? You're not going to like my answer, because I'm going to say yes. You're not going to like that. Some of y'all not going to like that answer, and that's okay. But some of the fault, I think, falls on the gamer, because you did not buy the game. You didn't buy the game. Whatever game it is. Gravity Rush 2 is such a great game. It is such a great game. It is criminal how little of people decided to support and play that game. You didn't buy it. You didn't buy it. You gotta buy the games, man. Like, some of this is and I know a lot of y'all not gonna like this, man. A lot of you guys are not gonna like this, and I get it. I get it. Yo, Black Bear, what's good, bro? Yo, Black Bear, why ain't you a mod yet, man? Let me mod you up, big bro. Let me mod you up out here, bro. Mod up my boy Blackbeard, man. Blackbeard always comes through, man. He come through to to the game live streams. He come through to the podcast, man. Let me mod you up, Blackbeard. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. That's the stuff I don't like. Some of the fault falls on the gamer, man, because it's like, yo, look, we know that there's certain people, or we know that there's certain games that people will always buy, and I think PlayStation knows this, because, you know, PlayStation sees the data, and, you know, we know that people love Naughty Dog. People put Naughty Dog at the high on a pedestal, and listen, I'm right there with you. Yo, DZA Digital, what's good, man? He says, at Persona, people do buy the games, but the sales are spread out because Sony gives us a large variety of genres. Very true. But, there's certain games that sell more than others. A lot more. Like, a lot more. Right? Like, a lot of sales dwarf others. And granted, you know, everyone is not going to like everything. And, you know, I would never tell somebody to buy something that they won't enjoy. I do tell people to take chances, because you'd be surprised, a game that you think you might not like, you might actually fall in love with. Like, if I was somebody that was listening to people on Twitter, right? If I was one of these people that was listening to people on Twitter, I would have never bought Outriders. I love Outriders. You get what I'm saying? It is very addictive, a very fun game. The story was great. I love that game. Does it have its faults? Of course. But it's a great game I love. But if I was listening to folks on Twitter, I wouldn't even have looked twice at it. So I always say that people don't just buy games for the sake of it, right? Definitely buy things that you think you'll play and enjoy. But I do think that more people in this gaming community should take chances on games outside of their comfort zone. Honestly, right? Because, you know, there's a lot of great games out there. But at the same time, there's a lot of people in the community that also shit on games that they don't play. See, there's a difference between, and this is where the lines get they don't get blurred, but this is where things kind of get funny, right? Because, you know, you want people to buy games, more games and things like that, of course. But my problem, and I think the biggest problem, and I think a lot of you here can agree with me, right, is there's a lot of people in the community that shit on games they don't play. They know nothing about. Or they speak on games they know nothing about. Misinformation. We talk about this all the time. Misinformation. One of the biggest, most rampant problems in this community. Misinformation. You speaking on things you don't know. You speaking on things you don't understand. And then people in social media are running with this information. And they're running around looking stupid because they don't know what they're talking about. But, you know, the influencer, the popular person, the one that's got 50,000, whatever, ain't finished the game, ain't playing the game, but's putting out on all this negativity. And people are running with it. That's also a problem. That's also a huge problem in this community. That's a huge problem on social media. We've talked about that a million times. You guys know how I feel. Yo, James Williams, just a guy. This is what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, this is, and you know, and again, shout out to my bro Bari, because, you know, I know he was trying to run a show. You know, so, you know, I know he gonna kick me in the shins when he see me for you know, kept questioning him. But even Bari got tired of it, right? Because here's the problem. It's funny that just a guy, he says that he doesn't have Twitter and things like that. But in my opinion, he's Twitter in human form. Because he doesn't make any sense. He has no experience. He's spreading misinformation, lying, and he don't support nothing. That's most of gaming Twitter. gaming Twitter. That's gaming Twitter. That's a large portion of people in gaming Twitter. They always have, and that was my point on Bari's show. People in this community always have something to say. Always has something to say, but ain't buying nothing, ain't supporting nothing, ain't really contributing to the conversation. They just want to talk. They just want to talk. And I'm not trying to be around that, man. I'm sitting at a different table, man. I'm sitting at a different table because I'm buying games, I'm playing games, I'm supporting developers. I'm at a different table, and I'm not saying that to say that I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. But what I'm saying is, it's levels to this. Especially in a conversation. When you're having a conversation, it's just like, remember the scenario that I gave you guys where I was saying, you can always tell when someone is bullshit, is full of shit, when they're talking about a game that you really like or you really play. Excuse me. Remember when I said that? Like, so for example, what's the game? All right, so like Last of Us. Right, and this is just a scenario, but I think a lot of us in here have played Last of Us. A lot of us in here have, we all have mixed opinions about how certain scenarios happened and went and things like that, right? But when Joel died or whatever, a lot of people wrote that off as the game being trash. So if you're having a conversation with somebody about the game and they're like, oh well, yeah, Joel died for no reason. What? Did you play? Like, if you played the game, you would know somebody saying some stupid shit like that is bullshit, and they don't really know what they're talking about, right? Or a JRPG. Like, all right, so for example, Bari is a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. Like, he's the biggest Final Fantasy VII fan I know, and of anybody I've ever met in my life, right? Bari's gonna know two things. One, if you play Final Fantasy, and two, if you play Final Fantasy 7. Well, one, if you play Final Fantasy 7 OG, and two, if you play Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Because he's played that game so much, he can catch the bullshit. Right? And I think a lot of us here, especially a lot of games that we've played in our life, when people start talking about stuff, you can catch onto it, and it's just like, yo, did you even play the game? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yo, Wavy, what's good, man? I reinstalled MK11 because of old boy, and I already had more trophies than him. Yo, Wavy, I'm saying, man, I can't wait to see who Bari gonna pick for this grudge match 1st to 10. I can't wait. Yeah, I need to get that sound bite too. Bari's what? Get that on the soundboard, right? But you can always detect the bullshit. And in my mind, when I hear people start talking about certain games and why they don't like it or whatever, a buzzer goes off in my head like, hold on, wait a second. That's not a part of the game, sir. Oh, that didn't happen the way it did. Are you sure you played the game? Hold on. Something's not sitting right here. You played the game, and this is why I love to check them trophies, man. So let me see your PSN. Let me see your PSN. And listen, I'm not looking for platinums, right? Like, I get it. Everyone don't like platinum in games. Everybody ain't platinum hunters and things like that. I get that, and that's fine. Like, no one's really hearkening on that. You get what I'm saying? But you would at least, if you're playing through these games, you would at least get the trophies for completing the game. Finish the game on normal, finish the game period, finished all chat, whatever. You would at least see that trophy. I would respect that at least. Now getting the platinum is just extra credit, but at least completing the game, it's like, oh, all right, he completed the game. All right, cool. You get what I'm saying? You ain't completing the game. Yo, Aaron, that's a fact. Trophies do not dictate how good you are at fighting games. Listen. Yo, VidK, what's good, bro? This is information from Drama King Jason himself, so I'm gonna take seriously. But still, if Sony were to do this, then they have lost touch with its user base and what made PlayStation great. I agree, man. I agree with you, 100%. I don't know why he's doing that. Shout out to Vedger with the super chat. He says, "Thank God that Ghost of Tsushima was successful. Think if that would have been murdered by critics and selling bad, we might have seen Sucker Punch devs working on MLB. Oh God, I'm so I'm so glad we ain't seeing that. I am very glad that Ghost of Tsushima was successful. But see, here's the thing, right? And you know what? Let's get into the conversation because it's a good conversation to have, right? Yo, that's one more thing too. While I'm thinking about it, why? Can I ask y'all a question? Chat. Can I ask y'all a question? And I want y'all to really give me an answer. Excuse me. Why? Why is it that when you really trying to have just a conversation about PlayStation, why do people bring up Xbox? Like, I'm asking a serious question. Why do people bring up Xbox? I don't understand it. You know, like you're having a conversation about PlayStation and what PlayStation needs to do right or what PlayStation needs to do better. And then someone brings up Xbox. And I'm like, why are you bringing up Xbox? You know, there's a time and place for Xbox. You know, we'll make fun of Xbox another day. This is about, excuse me, this is about PlayStation. This is about PlayStation and what PlayStation needs to do better or what PlayStation needs to start doing or stop doing. But Xbox, you know, now if we're trying to make fun of Xbox, you already know we always gonna we're all gonna make fun of Xbox. But in this specific scenario, it really was focused on PlayStation. I'm talking about this scenario with the Jason Schreier article. It was really focusing on PlayStation. It really is no need for Xbox to be brought up here. I personally feel. Right now, some of you guys may feel differently, and that's fine. But listen, let's look at this article, man. Let's look at this article because I gotta be honest, man. Some of this stuff, I'm kind of just like, what? I'm just like, what are we? What are we doing here, right? Yo, man, it's bots that came to PlayStation, but they came to PlayStation with bot logic. DGA Digital said, because you could be living in a world where only the miserable Xbot exists. All right, so let's dissect this article, right? All right, so where are we at? Let's read this part here, right? So Michael Mumbar, who took over direction of the Visual Arts Service Group in 2007, recruited a group of about 30 developers internally and from neighboring game studios to form a new development unit within Sony. The idea was to expand upon some of the company's most successful franchises, and the team began working on a remake of the 2013 hit The Last of Us Part 2 for PlayStation 5. Let's stop right there. Why do we need a Last of Us remake? Right, and listen, I love Last of Us as much as the next person. I love the game. I love the multiplayer. I played the hell out of both. Right? Why do we need a remake for PS5? When what should be most important is Last of Us Part 2, if anything, and what people have been begging for since Last of Us released. They've been begging for factions, and people would want a next gen update or patch or whatever for the PlayStation 5. There's no need to waste time, money, or resources on a remake of Last of Us. We got Last of Us. We got Last of Us Remastered, which looks great. There's no need for a remake, in my opinion. No, denied. No. Why it sound like that? Hold on one second. Why did it sound like that? Y'all hear me? Hello? There we go. I don't know why it was like clacketing in my fucking ear. That shit sounded terrible. Denied. No, we don't need a remake. We need, we want and need Last of Us 2 Next Gen patch and Factions 2. That's it. Then let them move on to another game. Or another two games. Let them move on. Yo, MUI Tony, what's good, bro? That's it. I don't get it. And PlayStation knows better, man. That's the thing. PlayStation knows better. They know better with this type of shit. Because they know what people are asking for. Right? So then it goes on to say, but Sony never fully acknowledged the team's existence or gave them the funding and support needed to succeed in the highly competitive video game market, according to the people involved. The studio never even got its own name. Instead, Sony moved ownership of The Last of Us remake to its original creator, Naughty Dog, a Sony-owned studio behind many of the company's best-selling games and an HBO television series in development. So Michael Mumbar's team, which is Visual Arts Services, and pretty much what the Visual Arts Services group does, is they are the people who pretty much do the touching up of a lot of PlayStation's games. So essentially, let me give you guys an understanding of that. So it says Sony Corp's Visual Arts Services Group has long been the unsung hero of many hit PlayStation video games. The San Diego-based operation helps finish off games designed at other Sony-owned studios with animation, art, and other content and development. So, thank Sony Corp's Visual Arts Services Group for really helping make a lot of PlayStation's greatest games their greatest games. Thank them. Thank them. Yo, Iron Panther, thank you so much for the super chat. Where's the Horizon Zero Dawn PS5 patch? Yo, Panther, we on the same page. I'm asking the same questions. And I'm not getting the right answer. You get what I'm saying? We on the same page, Panther. Right? So they're responsible for making some of PlayStation's greatest games the way they are by doing touch-ups and helping developers where they need support. So keep that in mind with this studio. But PlayStation didn't have the confidence in them, right? Mind you, oh shit, sorry about that. Mind you, PlayStation wouldn't even acknowledge the team, and took the project away from them and gave it back to Naughty Dog and made Sony Corp Group some back end deal, a back end developer that was just giving support to Naughty Dog. You guys are gonna see in the article. That's kind of messed up, right? Deflated, the small group's leadership has largely disbanded, according to interviews with 8 people familiar with the operation. Many, include Mumbar, have left the company entirely. This is how you lose content. This is how you lose content. I mean, not content. This is how you lose great people. One of the biggest problems with big companies and really with the workforce, right? One of the biggest problems with the workforce is they're not willing to give people a chance. So many good, hardworking people with great ideas, and things may not have a whole lot of experience, but they have potential. People aren't willing to give these people a chance. And I'm talking about game development, games themselves, and I'm talking about the workforce as a whole. How many of us have been on an interview, right, that you might be a bit underqualified for, but you believe that you can do the work. You believe that you can learn quickly and truly succeed in the role. And they told you no. Oh, we decided to go with somebody more qualified. and that someone more qualified ends up quitting 6 months later because they didn't like the job or because they found something even better. And so now they're there without someone, and you found something better as well because they didn't want to take a chance on you. That happens every day. People don't want to take chances, man. That's the problem in this world, in this community, man. People don't take chances. Anyway, so then it goes on to say the team's failure highlights the complex hierarchy of video game development and in particular Sony's conservative approach to making games for the PlayStation 5. The Japanese conglomerate owns about a dozen studios across the world as part of its PlayStation Studios label, but in recent years it has prioritized games made by its most successful developers. Studios such as Sony Santa Monica, California-based Naughty Dog, and Amsterdam-based Guerrilla Games spend tens of millions of dollars to make games with the expectation that investments will pay off exponentially. And they usually do. Hits include 2018's God of War and 2020's Last of Us Part 2 are exclusive to PlayStation consoles, helping Sony sell some 114 million of the PlayStation 4. Rival Microsoft Corp has taken the opposite approach, relying on a wide array of studios to feed its Netflix-like subscription service, Xbox Game Pass, which allows users to pay a fee for unlimited access to a variety of games. Right? Listen, we all know PlayStation's in the business of making money. We know that all these studios and companies and whatnot are in the business to make money. We understand that developers need to deliver. We understand that developers have a deadline. We understand that there's quotas that need to be met. Investors need to be kept happy. We know this. But see, this is the problem. Yo, Enzo Machiavelli, what's up? Here's the problem with that, because you'll see people on Twitter say the same thing. Well, PlayStation, they gotta make money. They're a company that's gotta make money. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking, well, 20 years ago, PlayStation was also a company that had to make money. 25 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago, PlayStation was a company that needed to make money, and it was still putting out all different types of games, and it was still putting out quirky titles and weren't just focused on the big budget games. And they still were in the business of having to make money, and they still were in the business of having to please investors and things like that. And they still were taking risk. They weren't just focusing on some studios more than others. Aziza, it's still a comparison. It's always a comparison. PlayStation 2 sold 150 million consoles. 150 million. PS4 is not even... PS4 is that, 120 maybe? 150 million consoles PS2 sold, and they were still putting out quirky games and all these different games, and weren't just focused on the big games and weren't just focused on the big studios. 150 million. Look how many great games came from the PS2 generation. How is there no comparison? Aziza? Persona, if Cory Barlog leaves because of the bullshit that happened at the head of PlayStation, I'm going ham on Twitter. Yo, Demolish Guy, man, as you should, bro. Yo, Rollo Optics, shout out to my boy Rollo Optics out here, man. He said, yo, Game with Persona, you know something? That same individuals that be saying, oh, Sony needs to make money, be the same ones saying, oh, Sony broke, they can't afford that. Yo, hey, Rollo with the optic blast on them, man. That's a fact, though. They definitely be saying that. Companies have grown. Game budgets have gone too high. Yes, game budgets do go higher, but PlayStation still did focus on smaller titles in that regard. And listen, PlayStation's still supporting and doing these different things, but we're not seeing. And this is why I say business is always moving on the back end. Business is always moving on the back end because a lot of this stuff we don't really know what's going on behind closed doors. Look at what we just finding out that Naughty Dog is going to be making a Last of Us remaster when they supposed to be focusing on Last of Us Part 2 Factions. We still ain't hearing nothing about that. They've gone quiet. PlayStation not reading the room. Bad news PlayStation's been putting out lately, making bad decisions, getting caught with their pants down with MLB and all this crazy stuff. All this crazy stuff that's going on, and PlayStation is in a good position because of the games. Come on now, guys. Sony's focus on exclusive blockbusters have come to the expense of niche teams and studios within the PlayStation organization, leading to high turnover and less player choice for players. Last week, Sony reorganized the development office in Japan, resulting in mass departures of people who worked on less well-known but acclaimed games such as Gravity Rush and Everybody's Golf. The company has informed developers that it no longer wants to produce smaller games that are only successful in Japan, Bloomberg has reported. Hey, bruh, now see, this section here, I don't know. I don't know about this section here, bro. This section, I'm kind of just like, when I read this part, my jaw kind of dropped a little bit. Yeah, David, when I open the chat, you can come through. My jaw kind of dropped a little bit with this section here because I couldn't believe it, bruh. I don't like this part. I have a hard time believing. PlayStation is a Japanese studio. PlayStation is a Japanese studio. But see, here's the other side of it. They just got rid of a Japanese studio. Japan Studios. So there's got to be some type of validity here, because. But to see PlayStation, or to hear them say the company has informed developers that it no longer wants to produce smaller games that are only successful in Japan, I'm kind of speechless on that, man. I really am speechless, because I don't know if a large part of me doesn't want to believe that PlayStation would outright say something like this, knowing their beginnings and knowing where a lot of their successes do come from. Now, yes, obviously, Last of Us, Uncharted, all these great games, a lot of their success are attributed to that. But JRPGs and Japanese titles as well. And I'm not just talking about exclusive. I'm talking about third party and what does that say to them? You get what I'm saying? Like, what did saying something like that to your internal developers? What does that say to smaller Japanese studios in Japan that make those quirky games like Shenron Kagura and some of those Falcom games and smaller Japanese titles that release on PlayStation? What are you saying to people like that are making those titles? What are you saying? Like, what are you saying? Like that? If this is a big if, guys, if PlayStation is saying something like this, they really have lost touch. If this is really coming out of PlayStation's mouth, they really have lost touch with why they are so special and so beloved in this industry. They seriously have lost touch with why they're so beloved in this industry. Because a lot of those Japanese games, a lot of Americans, Europeans, and people around the world love those smaller titles that are mainly popular in Japan as well. And I'm sure a lot of you in the chat love those games as well. A lot of those more obscure, those smaller JRPG style games and things like that. Those hack and slash Japanese games and those real quirky, crazy games. Like, when those games get localized, people in America and Europe and those other places buy those titles too. Now, they're not going out in droves like how they would for a Last of Us or something like that, but those smaller titles that are mainly popular in Japan do also have a home in America and in Europe. They have a home. So to outright say something like that to your developers, and then for something like this to get out the way it has, what does that say? Yo, Mike Patterson, appreciate Soup Chat, bro. He says, when you are on top, you get put under a microscope for everything that you do. If Sony wasn't on top, a lot of these moves wouldn't be getting attention. Very true. Very true. Which is why I say PlayStation, people need to keep PlayStation's feet to the fire at all times. Because again, going back to PS3 generation, when PlayStation went from PS2 to PS3, they were feeling themselves, man. They were feeling themselves. And they got put in a place on PS3 gen, and then they came back on top on PS4. Now we're going into PS5. They feeling themselves, man. It's crazy. Yo, if PlayStation said this, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't agree with that at all. Right? Let's continue. So it says, this fixation on teams that churn out hits is creating unrest across Sony's portfolio of game studios. Oregon-based Sony Bend, best known for their 2019 open-world action game Days Gone, tried unsuccessfully to pitch a sequel that year, according to people familiar with the proposal. Although the first game had been profitable, its development had been lengthy and critical reception was mixed, so a Days Gone 2 wasn't seen as a viable option. This is where I talk to the gamers. This is where I talk to game journalists. I'm talking to game journalists. I'm talking to the gamers. I'm talking to y'all right now, right? With this section here. Stop capping. Stop capping. I see people all through Twitter. Oh, well, Days Gone was great. Or, oh, yeah, they need to make Days Gone 2. It's a great game. Oh, yeah, And then you see the other side of people. Oh, well, Days Gone was mid. Days Gone was trash anyway. This is what happens, man. Yo, Days Gone was a great game. Didn't have a couple of technical issues here and there with the laggy with like some frame skips and things like that. Yes. Nothing game breaking. Nothing nowhere near the level of Cyberpunk. Nothing even near the level of Outriders or anything like that. Just a few frame hitches there and there. The game was great. I enjoyed Days Gone. I really did love that game. I love the story. And we'll never see that story finished. Because, one, people are shitting on the game without playing it. Because face it, that's what Twitter does. Shit on games they never played. Then two, you got game journalists, fraud-ass game journalists. I've already made that comparison. How many people how many people was all excited about Cyberpunk, a game that is so unplayable it got taken off PlayStation. People were so excited for Cyberpunk, especially game journalists. Oh, Cyberpunk was so good. Oh, CD Projekt Red. Oh, CD Projekt Red, I love you so much. You on a pedestal. Oh yeah, I see the bugs, but Cyberpunk is still perfect. Right? That's all we saw from game journalists, all through social media. Kissing ass. Kissing ass all over the place. Kissing ass all over the place for a buggy mess. But shat on Days Gone because of a few frame hitches. Then you got frauds in the community running around. Oh, well, Days Gone's not a good game. Days Gone's terrible. It's boring. It's long. It's not fun. Don't buy it. People that haven't played the game. People that have not played the game. And now look. I can't get my sequel because of frauds in the community. I can't get my sequel because of who PlayStation's listening to. And then you wonder why myself and Bari asked the question of who's PlayStation listening to. I played the game. I platinumed the game. The game was fun. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed it. I wanted the sequel. That story was really good. I was really looking forward to the sequel. And then even worse, Jeff Ross and Gavin, they left. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think we know now why they left. Because PlayStation wasn't willing to take a chance. Especially having a stronger console like the PlayStation 5. And them using Unreal Engine 5 or something like that. And creating a sequel and getting that redemption arc. PlayStation took that redemption arc from them to be able to redeem themselves as a studio. And we'll get to the new game they'll be allowed to play. Hold on. Hold your horses. We're going to get to the game. But Days Gone 2. That's the redemption arc to me. It's Days Gone 2. They don't get it. Let's keep reading. Because it gets better. It gets better. Instead, one team at the studio was assigned to help Naughty Dog with a multiplayer game, while a second group was assigned to assigned to work on a new Uncharted game with supervision from Naughty Dog. Some staff, including top leads, were unhappy with this arrangement and left. Ben's developers feared they might be absorbed into Naughty Dog, and the studio's leadership asked to be taken off the Uncharted project. They got their wish last month and are now working on a new game of their own that will be part of a brand new franchise. PlayStation actually did something right. Hooray for them. But to try to stick them on Naughty Dog team? What? Because Days Gone reception wasn't that good? What? Who the hell? What was if this is true, what the hell was PlayStation thinking? Are you crazy? Yo, Helder, what's good, bro? I have a question, Persona. Xbox guys were talking about Sony has to do a better job preserving old games because they are shutting down the store. What about when Xbox closes down Game Trash? I mean, they don't buy those games anyway. So if Xbox were to shut down Game Pass, I mean, you're not really losing nothing because you don't own those games. There's no ownership there, right? At least with the argument of PlayStation shutting down the PlayStation Store, at least people bought those games, outright full price. So they have more of a argument in case to make. Someone that's using Game Pass, if Game Pass were to get shut down, you really don't have, there's no room for you to complain because you don't own nothing. Which is why I choose ownership over services any day. Because And Outriders is the perfect example. I bought Outriders $60, $65 on PlayStation, full price. And listen, man. Oh shit, hold on. Hello. Sorry about that. Um, so there's no ownership. So that's why people on people on the PlayStation. There's room for them to complain because they own those games. But like I was saying with Outriders, I paid for that game full price outright. Uh, I can complain about me not being able to get on the game or getting kicked off. Got on the game. Someone that just downloaded the game in the service. Yeah, you can kind of complain, but it really don't hold the same weight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Regardless of what anybody tries to say, uh, uh, a person paying $60 for something complaining, and a person that's getting something out of Game Pass or in a service, though they don't hold the same weight. I don't care what anybody says. Oh well, it's still stopping people from joining the game. I don't care. I don't care. It just doesn't hold the same weight. It just doesn't. It's just like someone driving a Toyota crash in their car, and someone that drives a Lamborghini crash in their car. I mean, it just doesn't hold this. It just yes, both are angry, but you know, they're not. It's different levels to that. You get what I'm saying? Um, so I'm happy that Ben gets to make a brand new game. I'm very disappointed that they don't have the chance to make Days Gone 2. Now, if Sony Ben was smart. Now, here's the thing. Hear me out here. Hear me out here, right? If Sony Ben was smart, Sony Ben with the new game that Sony Ben makes, it can just be like a game about Sarah. Hear me out. Come closer, guys. Come closer. Come closer. Here come the tinfoil hat moment, man. Tinfoil hat moment. Come closer. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. So hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. So this how Sony Ben could get a little slick, right? Pull up a chair. Come on, get a little closer. Get a little closer. Put on your tinfoil hats too. Get a little closer. PlayStation, Sony Ben, they can make a game about zombies or about some freakers or whatever they want. They can make it could be just some mutated enemies or something like that, right? And the game could just it could have a female lead, and the female lead could just be, and her name could be Sarah as well, because Sarah's wife's name was, I mean, Deacon's wife's name was Sarah. So they can make a female led character, which would be Sarah, right? And what they can do is they can do a prequel to Days Gone where it talks about what Sarah was doing while Deacon was doing what he was doing, and it could be from her perspective, but they don't talk about Deacon. They don't talk about the husband. They just know that, in the story, we know that Sarah used to be married. She doesn't really talk about it, because it's too hard to talk about and things like that. And it could be about her, getting to the military base and having to go on special military missions and things like that, and traveling a different part of Oregon and doing all these missions and things like that. Sony Ben could get a little slick. Now, I would play a game like that, right? Where it was a prequel where it was focusing on Sarah. I'd play a game like that. Would y'all play a game like that? Be honest, would y'all play a game like that? Sony Ben need to hire me, man. Sony Ben needs to hire me ASAP. I'm putting out free ideas out here for y'all, man. All right, so emphasizing big hits can also be counterproductive because sometimes games that start small can turn into massive successes. In 2020, Sony didn't put much marketing muscle behind the quirky video game creation system Dreams by the PlayStation-owned media molecule in the UK. As a result, PlayStation may have missed out on its own version of Roblox, a similar video game tool. All right, we don't really care about that. Here we go. Me too. I would definitely for sure. Hey, that's what's up. All right, so we're almost done with this article, guys. Then I'm gonna open up the I'm gonna open up the chat. I just want to get through a couple more points here. For their first solo project, Mumbar and his crew wanted to pitch something that would be well received by their bosses at Sony. Recognizing the risk and expense involved with developing a new game from scratch, they decided to focus on remaking older games for the new PS5. Remakes are considered a safe bet since it's cheaper to update and polish on old games than it is to start from scratch, and they can be sold both to nostalgic old fans and curious new ones. The team originally planned on a remake of the first Uncharted game released by Naughty Dog in 2007. That idea quickly fizzled because it would be expensive and require too much added design work. Instead, the team settled on a remake of Naughty Dog's 2013 melancholic zombie hit, The Last of Us. Again, we don't need, I don't know, I just personally feel like we don't need either remake because both games got remastered and were put on a PlayStation 4. We had got the Uncharted collection on the PlayStation 4. We had got Last of Us remastered on the PlayStation 4. Let those games be and move the hell on. Like, I don't get it. So then it goes, at the time, Naughty Dog was, let me highlight it. At the time, Naughty Dog was in the thick of development of the sequel, The Last of Us Part 2, which would introduce higher fidelity graphics and new gameplay features. If Mumbar's crew remade the first game to have a similar look and feel, the two games would be packaged together for the PlayStation 5. I'm telling you now, that's what PlayStation's doing. They're definitely a remake. That's why we don't hear nothing from Naughty Dog. That's why they've been quiet since the game released. That's why we still don't have Factions 2. Because they're going to release, what they're doing is, this is my theory, and I bet I'm right. Naughty Dog is working simultaneously on a Last of Us remake and upgrading The Last of Us Part 2 for PlayStation 5 and working on Factions all at the same time. So when they announce it and release it this year, it's going to be Last of Us Part 1, Last of Us Part 2, and Factions all packaged into one thing that they're going to sell you for like almost $100 or something like that. Fucking insane, man. Yo, Jack Move, what's good, bro? On a pod right now. I can't wait to run this back. I know you in here preaching. These niggas wilding again. Yo, Jack Move, bruh. What's going on, bruh? What's going on with these dudes, man? Stuff is crazy. Stuff is crazy, man. People don't see it, though, Jack. They don't see it, man. They're not going to see it until PlayStation just become this shell of what it used to be. And the people going to be like, well, what happened to PlayStation? What happened to PlayStation? Huh? I don't know. What happened to PlayStation? This is what the package deal is. I'm telling you, that's what PlayStation is going to do here. I'm telling you right now, that is exactly what PlayStation is going to do here. Insane. Unacceptable. Put out the upgrade for Last of Us Part 2. Put out the Last of Us Part 2 Factions and move the hell on. That's all we need. That's all we need to do. PlayStation's overthinking this. It's two sides of this. PlayStation's overthinking it, and then PlayStation can't move on. Move on. Because we're slowly creeping into a Halo, Gears, and Forza situation here. We're creeping into it with Uncharted, Last of Us, and I'm trying to think of a third game. Uncharted, Last of Us, and I guess God of War would be the Halo, Gears, and Forza equivalents in terms of like the how much those games have released. Insane, man. It's insane, right? But pivoting from doing finishing work for other games to make to making your own is difficult since original development teams are competing against hundreds of other teams from all over the world with varying levels of experiences and successes, said David Lang, founder of Iron Galaxy Studios, which has served as a support team in a development studio. The people funding the work are often risk adverse, and if they have to pick between a team that's done it before and someone trying to do it on their own for the first time, I can see why some people pick the prior developer over the latter. This is what I was just talking about. People not willing to take a chance. How do you expect to build better developers if you won't let developers build? There's a shortage of developers within the industry right now. How do you expect new developers to get their sea legs and get experience and get recognized and things like that if you won't give these people a chance to build? That doesn't make no sense to me, man. Give them a chance. PlayStation is looking too fucking spooky out here, man. I'm not feeling none of this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not feeling PlayStation right now at all. That's just what Sony did. Mambar's project, codenamed T1X, was approved on a probationary basis, but Sony kept the team's existence a secret and refused to give them a budget to hire more people, leading many to wonder if the company was really committed to letting the team build a new studio. Still, the small team kept working, and by the spring of 2019, they had completed a section of the game designed to showcase how the rest would look and feel. Right? This part right here really hurt. And I'm going to explain to y'all why. So, let me read this section. At that time, Sony was going through a management shuffle, and the new boss wasn't impressed. Herman Hulst, the former head of Guerrilla Games, was named head of PlayStation's Worldwide Studios in November 2019. He thought the remake project was too expensive, according to people familiar with the matter, and asked why the planned budget for T1X was so much higher than remakes Sony has made in the past. The reason was that this one was on a brand new graphical engine for the PS5. Mambar needed to hire more people to help rework the graphics on the new technology as well as redesign gameplay mechanics. Hulse wasn't convinced. The people said, where's the part where he said no? Hulse wasn't convinced, the people said. Just when hope... Wait. Yeah, this is the part here. Yo, this part hurts. Right? And I'm going to tell you why. Because Herman Hulst, of all people, should actually understand where developers are coming from, especially when they're in uncharted waters or they're trying to create a new vision, right? Because Herman Hulst himself and his team took a chance and created Horizon Zero Dawn. You were known for making Killzone and first-person shooters. Then you took a chance, and your team, Herman Hulst even said in interviews that him and his team were very nervous because they were in Uncharted. I'm paraphrasing here. He didn't say this word for word, but the team was nervous because they were attempting something that they had never done before, which was make an RPG. Sony gave him and his team a chance, and it created a phenomenon. Glorious War, I get that we didn't see what he saw. That still doesn't matter. PlayStation took a chance on him and his project, and it became a success. So for Herman Hulst to get into a position of power like this and not think back to his. And this is all alleged. You're absolutely right, Aziza. This is all alleged. We're all speaking in hypotheticals here. We don't know if any of this is happened or not, but it makes for good conversation, right? Herman Hulse being in a position of power and not thinking back to his times as a developer when PlayStation took a chance on him, and looking at this team trying to create something special and say no, bro. That is heartless, bro. What the hell? Um. Just when it hoped to enter production on the remake of The Last of Us, Mambar's team got called in to help when other big games fell behind. The release of Last of Us Part 2 had been pushed to 2020 from 2019, and Naughty Dog needed the visual art service group to polish it off. Most of Mambar's team, along with some of the 200 or so other staff at the visual art services group, was assigned to support Naughty Dog slowing down progress of its own game. Then the roles got reversed. Sony sent word that after the completion of The Last of Us Part 2, some people from Naughty Dog would help out with the T1X. Mabar's team saw this as their short-lived autonomy being stripped. Dozens of Naughty Dog staff were joining the project, and some had actually worked on the original Last of Us, giving them more weight in decisions about T1X's direction. The game was moved under Naughty Dog's budget, which Sony gave more leeway than the Visual Art Services Group. Soon it was apparent that Naughty Dog was in charge, and the dynamics returned to what they had been for the last decade and a half. The Visual Art Support Group aiding another team of developers rather than leading. I would have left. If I was Mumbar, I would have left too. I would have left too. If that's how it happened, I would have left too. Fuck out of here. To Sony. All right, so here's the last part. To Sony, the move made sense. Naughty Dog is one of the key studios for Sony's ability to sell PlayStations, said Bloomberg Intelligence analyst Matthew Canterman. Sony's competitive advantage has always been exclusive content over Microsoft and more new games as well as remakes of classic titles from such a storied team can help sustain demand for the PlayStation 5. But those who had wanted independence were disappointed. By the end of 2020, most of T1X's team's top staff had left, including Mambara and the game's director, David Hall. Today, the T1X project remains in development at Naughty Dog with assistance from Sony's Visual Arts Group. The future of the remainder of Mambara's team, which has come to be jokingly referred to as Naughty Dog South, remains unclear. Insanity. Ooh-wee. Insanity. Insanity. That is unacceptable. But yo, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I am overreacting. Persona, maybe you are overreacting. So you know what? Let's have this conversation. Join the conversation. Join the conversation, guys. I'm in the chat. Let's talk. There go the link. Go ahead and come on through. We about to talk and have this conversation. Come on through. Cause maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm overreacting. Am I overreacting? Yo, Jamar, what's good, bro? Is it overreacting? Is that what's happening here? Persona, you don't know what you're talking about, man. Well, let me know. Let me know if I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, we got Glorious Wall Demolished in the building. What's good, boys? Or girl? I don't. Yo, Glorious, man. What's good with you, bro? How you doing today? So what's up, man? You know, we went through the article. I gave my thoughts. I've been talking too much. Glorious, man. Give me your thoughts on this, man. Hold on. Hello. Hold on. I'm doing a podcast. I'll call you back. All right. All right, bye. Okay. Mm. Mm. Oh, you can't hear? Hold on. They're saying they can't hear. Hold up. Who that talking? David, you don't add nothing to the conversation, man. I don't know if no, I'm not kidding. I'm being very serious. Hold on. I say something, Glorious.
Days Gone 2.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right, yeah. Now they should be able to hear you. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
Okay. The Days Gone 2 situation sounds really bad. But look on Twitter. Look at the capping on Twitter right now. You got Greg Miller and all these other fucking people that were shitting on the game. Now saying, "Oh, it's really sad to say there's no Days Gone 2, bro." Fuck the media. It's full of hypocrites.
Can y'all hear him? I'm sorry. Can y'all? I don't mean to cut you off, Glorious. Can you guys hear him? I want to make sure you guys can hear him because he should. You guys should be able to hear him now. Say something. Say something. Say. Oh, y'all hear? Okay, yeah, they hear you. All right, cool. All right, go ahead, Glorious. My fault. I ain't gonna cut you off no more. I'ma shut up.
Well, the hypocrisy from the gaming media is fucking an all-time high. Look, they're capping for Days Gone 2, but they were the same people who were shitting on Days Gone 1.
That's what I'm saying, though, Glorious. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of hypocrisy going on in the community.
Oh,
right?
My God, man.
There's a lot of hypocrisy.
This idea of Sony not taking risks. Hello, there's a AAA roguelike coming out in the next month. Is that a not risky game? It stars a middle-aged woman. It's a sci-fi. What? Should have Housemarque made an open world game? If Housemarque made an open world game with a Marvel character, it would have got more. Actually, just an open world game, it would have got more traction. But because Housemarque wanted to make this gameplay focused roguelike, it's getting little traction. So Sony focuses on blockbuster hits, and they're the only thing that sells. But the games really says, "Oh, make unique games, indie games." But hello, they don't sell. Look at Death Stranding; it's the most unique AAA game. But look at the fucking it got skewered by the media and the outrage around it.
Glorious, we gotta be honest, and you might have liked Death Stranding. And, you know, I tried. I promise you, Glorious. I tried with Death Stranding. I bought the game. I gave it a chance. I was excited at first. When I played that game, man, I got to be honest with you. That game was so boring, man. It was boring. Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't my cup of tea. Okay, what I'm saying? I put about 10 hours into it. So I can kind of understand. And a lot of people were interested in I keep saying Days Gone, Death Stranding, because it's Kojima. You know, a lot of people love Kojima. A lot of people follow him. You know, so a lot of people will buy what Kojima is selling, even if it's ass. Yep. So, you know, that's how Kojima got by with Death Stranding. After Death Stranding, I'm going to be honest with you, he can't release no bullshit like that again, because it ain't going to sell. For the ones that got duped or the ones that, you know, bought into it because, oh, you know, I love Kojima. They ain't buying into that bullshit again. I'm just like, especially me.
No, Persona, you gotta buy these games, man. You gotta buy these games, man. Even if you don't like them, you gotta buy these games.
Regardless,
you gotta buy them.
No other publisher would have greenlit Death Stranding.
I agree.
Sony is like the only publisher, or Returnal for that matter. Like who else was gonna greenlit Returnal? No one.
I agree. No, PlayStation is still taking chances, but we can't sit here and act like, you know, PlayStation is also not making mistakes when it comes to certain things, right? Or they're moving us a funny way. Like, be honest, I'm not asking. See, OBJ,
you
buy.
They should do nothing, yo. You know what I'm saying?
OBJ, you biased. I ain't about to ask. I ain't about to ask OBJ about this Last of Us remake because I know he won it regardless. I ain't even asking you about that.
I think. And look. I think it's stupid. I think
What?
on the remake of the game. Yeah, I think it's stupid, and I don't know why. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I do know why they don't. But you know what I mean. I think it's absolutely stupid. But I also know this much. Day one, cha-ching, nigga, I'm there. I know that much, and I know you are too. And I know you are too. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. When I said why they're doing it, I know why they're doing it because they know we're gonna be there day one. That's why they do.
Well, no, that's
okay. And I don't think that's stopping them from working on the other things that they're working on. I think that people are jumping to conclusions with this article. Now, let me speak on this. Like, Jason Schreier, I've told y'all many times, out of everybody who comes with that inside shit and all of that, they think they insiders. No, that nigga there is an insider, okay? He about the most trustworthy nigga I know when it comes to that, because I've never personally seen him straight up entirely wrong on some shit, right? I've never personally seen it, right? What I do know though, also about my boy Jason Schreier, is sometimes he does over sensationalize some shit, right? Like with the fucking time with Naughty Dog and the crunch and all of that shit, nigga. We found out it was just a goddamn disgruntled nigga who was lying on a whole lot of shit, right? So he over sensationalized a lot of shit in there. It doesn't mean it was wrong. Yeah, it was crunch going on at Naughty Dog, but
the article is colored by his opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of it is over sensationalism, but like the thing that I'm gonna tell you the main thing that bothers me in that actual article was the idea that they don't care about Days Gone's actual profit. They cared about critical success. You're telling me that they?
Yep.
I don't buy that one. I don't buy that one.
You're right.
The company never gonna shy away from money.
Because even with Days Gone's critical, falling behind in that regard, it still sold about 5-6 million copies. That's not good.
Yeah, it was definitely profitable. It's what I'm saying.
It definitely was profitable.
So they're admitting it's profitable. So what I'm saying is, I don't see Sony caring about the critical success. Of course, they want to make hits.
It's new math. Yo, listen, OBJ. If this was 3 years ago, I'd agree with you 100%. I gotta be honest with y'all, man. It's new management. They might be looking at that Metacritic score and saying no. Jim Ryan might be one of the motherfuckers that's looking at Metacritic and saying, "Oh nah, this below an 80." Nah.
Yeah. That's literally nothing you can control, though. You can't control that shit at all.
But this is why I say,
put out a motherfucking game and they just trash the shit out of it, nigga. Nigga, you can't control that shit.
But this is why. But this is why I say. This is why I say the game media. People are giving the game media too much power, bruh. A game journalist can literally tank a game. What journalist should have that power? No one man should have all that power. Shout out to Kanye. Like, how can somebody have Yo, King David, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't add nothing to this conversation, I'm kicking you out this Discord. All right, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Say what you're gonna say, King David. Go ahead. Because the chat, I'm gonna tell you right now, David, the chat don't like you. They already want me to kick you.
I ain't got time for that nigga today, man.
The chat don't like you, David. I'm gonna keep it a stack. But
stay in your own place.
I'm gonna let you rock today because the chat don't like you, David. But go ahead, you got the floor. Go ahead, David.
Like, I'm extremely disappointed in Sony. I don't know what the fuck they doing. I don't know what they're doing right now. Like, this is crazy to me. So you want to tell me you were able to greenlight Little Big Planet 1, 2, 3, but you can't greenlight a Days Gone 2? Like, yo, that's effed up. Like, man.
Now let me ask you this question: did you play Days Gone 1?
Days Gone 1?
Yeah, did you play that?
No, I didn't play it. No, I didn't play it. I didn't play it.
You didn't buy it. You didn't support it.
No. By that time, I didn't actually have it.
No, you didn't. So what I'm saying, you didn't buy or support Days Gone 1 when it came out. in 2019.
No, but I wanted to play. No, but I wanted to play it. Like it's almost 2 years I haven't had my PS4. Like, bro, I've been in some financial issues.
Wanted to
I wanted
play.
to put that. I wanted to put gaming aside for so long.
All right, you know, I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna get
Yeah,
into
Bruh,
my
it. I
thing
mean,
is,
nah, we all
yeah.
fall on,
I'm not doing this today.
we all fall on hard times.
No,
I ain't gonna
but
get into it though.
my thing is, you have people now saying what Sony is not supporting indies, but they're the first to go and bash Sony to say, oh, why did Sony show so many dog shit indies in this show? Like they bashed State of Play because of that. They bashed the Sony future of gaming event because of. And now they're coming out saying Sony's not supporting indies. Sony's not supporting this. Supporting that. They're saying Sony give me more AAA games, give me this. Sony saying we're focusing on more AAA games. They're coming out saying, oh my God, why is Sony leaving those indie devs behind? Like, yo.
But this, I just want to say something.
man.
Yo, hold on, Demolition. I'm gonna let you talk right after I finish it. But this is something I was saying earlier in the show, guys. And you know, nothing against you, King David. You know, this proves my point of what I was saying earlier, right? A lot of people in this community, and again, nothing against you, David. So I don't want you to take this personally. I'm really just speaking in a more general sense. A lot of people in this community, they love to speak on shit they don't buy or support. Right? This runs rampant through this community, bruh. You got people talking about Outriders that don't play the game. Don't buy the game. But this community loves to do this, man. They love doing this shit. Then when you ask them, hey, and you know, again, King David, I have to stress this. I'm not talking about you, I promise. Because you know, you have financial hardships. You know, we all go through that. So I'm not talking about you. But you know, it just brought back a point I was talking about earlier in the show.
Yeah,
a lot of people
in
in
PS4 like last year, but I decided to wait for a PS5.
A lot of people in this community love to talk about, well, you know, Sony needs to do this, and you know, this game didn't sell good because of that. And this, did you buy it? No. Yeah. Why are you talking then? The fuck out of here.
Of course.
But you know, Demolish, man, what's good, bro? I appreciate you coming through, man. What's your thoughts? Give us your thoughts, man.
Yeah, how you doing, Persona?
Good, man.
Doing good. All right. My thoughts is they should balance it. AAA games and small games. I don't know why they gotta go full on AAA games. That's my thoughts. And
Well,
the remake.
what's giving you the impression that they're going full? Like when they say they're focusing, right? Focusing, putting their focus on AAA games. Why do y'all all of a sudden think that we recently just got finished sitting through like several goddamn PlayStation, what is it? Whatever them little events they had.
State of Play.
Them shits where they don't show nothing but goddamn indies, nigga, the whole time, right? What makes you think all of a sudden that shit changes? Who is Sony's prime goddamn studios? Gorilla, motherfucking Naughty Dog, Santa Monica, all of them. What do they make?
It's
What
because they're not giving it in Game Pass.
AAA games, okay? So the same third party and second party deals that Sony has been making for smaller games, they're going to continue to do. I don't know why people are automatically thinking they just ain't going. Of course, no goddamn publisher is just going to say no. Fuck all the goddamn smaller games. You see what I'm saying? I think people are over sensationalizing shit. It's like we go strictly way left instead of just taking shit for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, they're not gonna stop, nigga. I'm looking forward to seafood or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, they still have games on the smaller games on the way. Shit that, you know, Persona and them like to play and shit most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, shit that I wouldn't even touch. You see what I'm saying? But they're putting them shits out and they support them. So I don't think they're automatically just gonna stop. You know what I mean? You can't support a console with just a few niggas making AAA games the whole time. You're not gonna do that. Y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be that way.
What up,
Chris?
With Persona, what was the studio?
Hold on, real quick. This is what I want to say when the whole like, oh, they're not supporting smaller titles. When they first revealed the PlayStation 5, what was the main thing people complained about that conference? Was the middle section. Why? Because they showed a bunch of small indie titles. People were like, nah, I don't want to see this bullshit. This shit is boring.
Exactly.
What the fuck is all this cartoony shit? Give us the AAA bangers, right? They did it again in I think it was when they had it again, and then the State of Play this year, they showed nothing but a bunch of indie games that they've been pushing. Kenna, the Pathless. Did anybody buy the Pathless?
Fuck no. Nope.
I did.
Yes.
Oddworld just came out for PS Plus. They gave Bus Snacks away for PS Plus. So this whole notion that like
That shit ain't on my hard drive,
Yeah.
fam. Fuck that shit. Hey yo,
It's just bullshit.
hell
And
no, bro. Hell
oh,
no.
yeah, but we know like OBJ, he's not into those games, and so he's not complaining whether they come or not. You know what I mean? But the people who are complaining is like, y'all motherfuckers ain't even buying the shits anyways when they do come out. Y'all not even supporting. Y'all
But
talking
Chris,
about
they're not gonna stop coming out. That's they're not gonna
Right.
stop. You see what I'm saying? They're coming. They're putting more focus. Hopefully, to me, the more focus means what I've been saying all this time. When people say, "Oh, they should buy more studio," they should add on to the studios they have, and that way they're the Naughty Dogs and all of that, and be able to release more AAA from
more
those
games.
studios.
Right.
Yeah, during a generation. That's what I'm hoping it means. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah. And and you got a game like Returnal coming out from an indie dev who this is their first big chance at a AAA budget, AAA game that they're working on and stuff like that. And what are people doing? They're fucking complaining. Oh, this
Yo,
should
and
be
this
worth,
is but Chris, this is why I say
they're not gonna buy it. They're not gonna buy.
this is why I say some of this shit, some of the stuff that happens that PlayStation does, is gamers' fault. Because you're right. Returnal is the perfect example. Developer trying to level up. And what people saying,
Well, is this really worth $70? I mean, look at the games they've made in the past. It's not really that great.
like, dude, are you kidding me? A studio is trying to level up. They're trying to up their development process. They're trying to up their quality to some AAA level shit, and you ready to dismiss them. That's what I'm saying. This community it's like a someone being in an abusive relationship and they keep going back.
Well, he still loved me. That's my man. He loved me.
Man,
Like,
come
on,
Persona though. Let me ask you this though, right? I'm gonna be real, right? Like this is the thing, right? I have come to the conclusion that I'm giving, you know what I mean, Returnal a chance. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even though I normally don't fuck with house mod games. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm giving Returnal a chance because they are stepping their game up, and I think that I may like it, right? But if they disappoint me, nigga, I'm never checking for them niggas again, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Understandable, but that's
Buy
understandable.
shit I don't want to buy.
Here's the thing.
what
OBJ,
I'm saying is-
you took a chance. That's good enough. You're taking a chance.
But everybody ain't gonna take a chance, is what I'm trying to
Of
tell you.
course not.
You
No,
gotta
but they'll get on
so-
Twitter
so-
and they'll
you
shit on the
can't
game
make
without
them-
playing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
no,
right about
yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah,
they
you
won't
right
take no
about that.
chance,
Yeah.
OBJ. But they'll
You
get
right
on Twitter
about that.
and shit on the game all day without having played
Especially
it.
if it flops. Oh, what the fuck happened? Where did
Yo,
Sony went wrong? Because y'all motherfuckers didn't buy it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Returnal flop, it's gonna be a nuke gonna hit Twitter, bro. I'm telling you. Everybody come. I told you. I told you.
What if it flop sales wise,
That's
but
what I'm talking about,
actually gets a good
sales-wise.
Metacritic?
That's gonna be crazy.
We're gonna really know the deal there. We're
Yep.
gonna really know the deal.
Yep.
We're gonna really know the deal. You see what I'm
Crazy.
saying? I don't know, man. It's weird, but I do know this. Gamers as a whole, right? What I've learned is this. Niggas will pick and choose what they care about and don't care about, what they should be bad about. Because I learned that shit real quick now, man. Niggas said, they got that game over there on Game Pass. Oh, you make the game? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what Sony should do? Nothing, okay? So once I came to that conclusion, I said, oh, damn, they should do nothing. Okay. So I'm just going to give a fuck about me and only me. Fuck the PlayStation fan base, all of that. I'm just going to give a fuck about me. So if they say they putting more focus on AAA games, I know they ain't gonna stop the supporting the smaller shit, but they putting more focus on AAA games. That's good news to me. Now, if they looked at motherfucker, if the people if Sony Ben came to them and pitched Days Gone 2 and they didn't like it, the same thing happened when Corey Barlog went up there and pitched another goddamn God of War the first time. They denied the fuck out of that shit, right?
Yep.
So obviously something they seen wasn't right, right? So my thing is I'm gonna give them the same opportunity. The niggas in charge now, even though I can't stand neither one of them niggas, Herman Hulse or fucking Jim Rat, I'm still gonna afford them the opportunity to, okay, you got them, Sony been working on a new IP. Let's see when this new IP come out if that motherfucker is better than Days Gone was. So let's see. If it is, I ain't got no issues. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, they get the same opportunity. Hey, you saying you ain't like what you seen, you ain't like what you heard. Okay, let's see what you come up with.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
Perfectly said.
oh, go ahead, Glorious.
I said perfectly said.
Demolish.
Yeah,
I know.
I want a Days Gone fucking sequel to. I wanted the goddamn sequel to The Order. You know what I mean? Niggas told me, you know,
Yeah, we ain't getting
obviously the game wasn't successful and all. I thought it made money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
it is what
but
it is.
the only thing is like sometimes they take a chance on the sequel of a game, even if that game didn't really do that great. Like they came out with like
Yeah.
Knack 2,
Yeah.
right? Knack 2.
Yo, and Knack
other
1
stuff.
did that
Yeah,
one
was
did
too.
horrible.
Man,
Niggas
nigga,
was not
imagine
fucking with that.
if they gave up on Uncharted 1, dog. Imagine if they gave
That's what
up
I'm
there.
saying.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know what I
Yo,
mean? Like-
Demolish.
like-
I know you're trying to say something. Go ahead, man.
No. You guys can go. You guys can go.
All right. I mean, yo, you're right though. Imagine they gave up on Uncharted 1. We wouldn't have got that amazing franchise, man. Like, I don't know. And listen, I'm not in the boardrooms. I'm not in any of these meetings, so I'm not going to sit on here and act like I'm privy to information that I'm not. But as a PlayStation fan, and this is what I was saying earlier, as a PlayStation fan for over 20 plus years, playing all their consoles and seeing their growth and what's made them special over the years, even in their down years, which is the PS3 years, they still remain true to creating high quality high quality AAA games and still making quirky games and supporting new IPs and things like that. This is something that even last generation on the PS4 and Xbox generation, people were making the comparison of, well, PlayStation's better because it has variety. Now all of a sudden we see in this article about PlayStation focusing on only bigger titles that we know is going to be successful, or starting to do that. Now again, could be the start of it, because new management just came in like a year ago. Like, you know, this could be the start of it, right? Because yeah, we getting Returnal and things like that, which was most likely in development, was in the works and things like that. But you know, a couple years down the line, like a year or two down the line, we can see a major shift. You get what I'm saying? In terms of what's being pumped out. Because yeah, we're getting the Keenans
but not
and
just
stuff.
that. So like at the beginning, even at the beginning of this generation, PS5 generation, there's already 2 new IPs that they're coming out with second party studios, which is Destruction All-Star and Returnal.
And look at Destruction All-Star's reception. You think they really gonna take that chance again? Even with the shit being in plus, niggas still won't play the damn game.
No. This is the thing. They need the 86 to multiplayer games. Y'all niggas keep on talking about, oh, they need multiplayer games, and then you don't play.
Yep.
No one plays it.
86 them shit. But niggas would stay begging for them shit. Stop that shit, man. Do what you're good at, man.
Bro,
Everybody
the
got
shit
their
was-
own niche. The Xbox is good at Game Pass. You know what I'm saying?
And heating up
Nintendo good
rooms.
at they shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Nintendo's
PlayStation good at they shit.
Nintendo's good at releasing the same thing over and over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Shit,
bro.
third party got a goddamn a multiplayer game coming out every day, man. What the fuck, man?
Yo,
I mean,
Henry
come
Hack,
on,
what's
bro.
good, bro? It was in plus, bro. It was in plus, and people still didn't want to buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Niggas
still
on
didn't want to play
PlayStation's
it.
fan base don't give a fuck about that shit. They gonna play Call of Duty.
But
nigga.
OBJ,
Nigga,
but
it don't
OBJ,
matter.
people said if it was in plus, what is the main thing people say about these types of services with PS Plus and PS Now and Game Pass? Oh, if you put it into a service, more people will play it. It'll have a
You
larger
gotta
community.
put good shit into a service.
People-
You can't.
But
Not for us.
this goes back to
Maybe
something I
for
said
I don't know.
earlier in the week. Just because a game
that's
is
coming too,
in
though.
a service,
You
don't
heard
mean
me.
it's a good game. Oh yeah, I see
Hey, look,
that.
that's what y'all really should be worried about. That type of shit
Yo.
and them putting shit on PC
It's
and
too-
shit. This shit
it's
that,
too
that
much.
came out today. I'm look, man.
Yo,
All I got out of what came
it's
out
too
today
much.
is
I
that they gonna
can't.
be making good ass games, nigga. That's all I got.
I can't
You know
keep
what I'm saying?
getting hot.
That's
I
everything.
can't keep getting hot, bro. If I keep getting hot, I'm gonna fuck around and have a brain aneurysm, bro. It's too much negative shit coming from
That's what I'm
PlayStation,
saying,
bro.
man.
I
Hey, look,
can't
man.
handle it.
See,
Every
the problem is
every week, bro. Every week.
everything
demolish,
that's
I'm
coming
saying,
out is
bro,
not
every
from
week.
them themselves, dog. It's never from them.
But that's
we
what's
always hear it
pissing
from
me.
other niggas.
That's what's pissing me off the most. We not hearing shit from PlayStation.
Awesome.
Nothing. And I ain't talking about responding to rumors, but setting the record straight. You know, letting us know what's going on. We ain't hearing nothing. And like, so you got all these narratives and things running rampant through the community and through game journalism and whatnot. And PlayStation's just there, just quiet. And somebody said it on Barry's podcast earlier. I forgot if it was Barry or somebody else, but it seems like this new management that's on the PlayStation doesn't know how to handle criticism or rumors and things like that well. They don't know how to respond to that stuff. I agree, because their response to negative news has been way off. Way off.
It's been like that for the past 3-4 years, man.
I don't know, but it
Since
seems like it's
2017.
gotten worse since Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst took over. I think it's even worse
don't know
now.
about that.
Because, bro, they had the whole shit about
I'm
Days
gi- I'm
Gone and all
giving
that
them
coming
the-
out, and then they give us this
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the
emergency state of play.
because of the pandemic.
Say it again.
I think the pandemic affected a lot of things the past year. So maybe I don't know. Maybe
but
later
this is
down
but
things
this
will
is the
start to
thing.
change.
Dude, the pandemic stopped a motherfucker from getting on Twitter and putting out some like a motherfucker can't log on Twitter and type some shit out.
The
You
pandemic
get what I'm
don't
saying?
stop that shit, dog.
Motherfucker, like we all on Discord talking right now
Look
while
at
streaming to
Xbox.
YouTube, like in the middle of a goddamn pandemic. You get what I'm saying, Glorious? Well, I get you and I understand and I agree. Pandemic has definitely slowed up a lot of things when it comes to business. But you telling me a motherfucking intern can't log on Twitter and put out some news real quick about what a CEO said in a Zoom meeting or something? Is that what niggas can't? No one can do that. You get what I'm saying, bro? You ain't got no problem putting out news when you putting out this other indie that nobody give a fuck about. Like, like you putting all that stuff out, but when it comes to responding to news and whatnot, you know, I don't know what to say. What are we supposed to do? You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask y'all
Yeah,
a
man.
question.
Hey, yo,
I'm
they
gonna
should
ask y'all
do
a
nothing.
question.
They should do nothing. That's the answer to the shit. To be
All right,
honest.
they gonna keep doing
They should
nothing,
do nothing.
and they gonna start getting nothing when it comes to that money. Keep on
Yep.
doing it. All right, you want to put games on PC? You wanna trying to make Sony bend into Naughty Dog North. Hey, bro, listen, man. Hey, that's like
Well, hold on,
ultimate.
hold on.
That's like ultimate disrespect to me, man.
Well, hold on.
I
'Cause
mean,
when
to be honest, that
I
kind
read
of sound like a come up to me, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Hold up.
Hell no,
That
that ain't no
sound
come
like a
up.
when I
That's
read
a
the
come up,
article,
right? Nigga, you should be pleasured and pleased.
Oh,
Nigga,
nah.
you should be goddamn nigga to even be in the presence. Even be in the presence of
Nah,
such
but listen, hold
creativity
on.
and greatness.
when I
To
read the
even be in the
article,
presence.
right, the way it was phrased in the article is that they said that the developers were worried that they will be absorbed and become like another extension of.
Yeah, they
Naughty
didn't
Dog.
make them.
They didn't make
They
'em.
were worried.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it says.
I'd be worried too.
Yeah, because I mean, you working for the greatness, nigga. Of course, nigga. You
Hey, man,
definitely
see,
might
OBJ,
be,
OBJ,
might
Naughty Dog
be
fanboy.
absorbed.
OBJ
Hey,
and Naughty Dog
factions
might be
must
fanboy,
be
absorbed.
man.
massive.
And you should be very grateful if your ass was absorbed by them niggas. I'm telling you, they need to. However they do it, you ain't got to combine Sony Ben with them. I'm saying they need to add on to these studios in order to produce more goddamn AAAs. You know what I'm saying? Within a goddamn generation. You see what I'm saying? That's what they need to do. Expand these motherfuckers.
Let
Is
me
what I'm saying.
let me get the super chat. Yo, Michael Patterson, man, appreciate you for the super chat. It says, it is odd that they are quiet. The past decade, they were good at updating when and where and not overhyping way ahead of
Yeah.
time. This is what but this is what I'm saying, bro, and people not getting it. When you look at PlayStation 10 years ago and now, it's a stark difference. It's a big difference. And, you know, obviously management has shifted and things like that, but their handling of a lot of things when it comes to PR, social media, announcements, it's off, man. It's just way the hell off. And I don't know. This gonna be a bit controversial. I don't know how much longer I can just keep like accepting it. Like, yo, the games are great, but it's like, yo, PlayStation, if they keep moving down this path, man, more and more games going to PC and not really being vocal about the shit that's going on, hey man,
What you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna keep buying the games.
I was gonna say that. Yo,
I'm gonna keep buying the games.
See some of y'all on April 30th and see the rest of y'all on June 11th. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm gonna be there April 30th and June 11th, 100%. But you know, as soon as you know shit start getting a little bit more bleak, you know, we Titanic, man. I have a child. Let me on. I'm out, bro. I'm getting on that lifeboat. I'm getting the fuck up out of here, man. Cause like, yo,
what you gonna do about it?
I know a sinking ship when I see one.
Hey man, 3 months of bad
Rashawn said he
news.
ain't
is
gonna
not
be
bad
on the
news.
Titanic when it go down.
What you say,
Xbox
Uncle?
sad.
had 6 years of bad news. I said Xbox had 6 years of bad news. 3
Yo,
months of bad
PlayStation
news,
fans
nothing
can't
to
handle.
go
PlayStation fans can't handle 3 months.
Yeah, some of these motherfuckers are too fickle, bro. Some of these motherfuckers is too fickle.
Oh shit.
No,
I've
I
been
mean, look,
noticing
honestly though, look, man, I'll never try to silence a motherfucker. If there is an issue that you see, that's what I'm saying. Niggas was trying to silence me on the MLB shit. Like, if there is an issue that you see that affects you, let your voice be heard, man. Let your voice. Don't never let a nigga try to silence you, man. I mean, the problem is niggas just pick and choose what they be mad at and what they don't be mad at, man. It's like, bruh, you got it has to be some kind of unity going on around this motherfucker, man.
Hey man, it ain't right now. PlayStation Nation is in civil war, bro.
Cause a nigga, if there was unity, nigga, we would not be paying for multiplayer, nigga. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If there was actual unity in the gaming community, we wouldn't have went for that bullshit. See, like, come on, man. We look, man. The old game situation. Personally, I'm not affected, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If you remake that motherfucker, I buy it.
The only thing is, like,
hold on, let me get the super chat.
Last of Us don't need a remake.
Hold on, let me get the super chat.
it.
Let me get the
All
super
the
chat real
games
quick.
are
Hold on. Yo,
I'ma
shout
buy
out
the shit out
to
of
shout out to Forget Me Not. He said Sean Layden low key trying to get back in. No, the hell he ain't. Not after what I saw today. That man ain't never coming back.
Yo, he ain't a like
bullshit.
Yo, you see
everywhere.
He's like in all the
But-
PlayStation slander tweets, bro.
But that nigga, the shit was turning tide while that nigga was there. That's the whole thing. Like that nigga
Yeah.
responsible for some of the shit.
Yeah, he wanted more games on PC, more smaller games and shit like that. Yeah.
That nigga was already talking that crazy shit, nigga. Before he left out the door, he was already talking that crazy shit. So
I don't know. I guess
it ain't that.
I guess because Sean Laney's more charismatic, man. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
when
he was more
when
communicative.
Sean Laney come out on the
he
screen.
would communicate with a nigga.
Well, like I met him like at the PlayStation Experience events. Like I've met him like 2 or 3 times. Really cool dude, man. Like good conversations with him. Like yo.
Yeah, I like him. I always
cool.
like
He
him.
really
you know
is
what
a
I'm saying?
cool
But
dude.
he was talking that bullshit now.
But
Don't think
when
that he won't talking that bullshit either now.
Nah, he was
That's
talking a
what
little
I'm
bit of that
saying.
bullshit. But you know when he came
That
out on
nigga
the
was talking that
stage,
shit.
like he just exhumed PlayStation. You know what I'm
That was
saying,
a
man? He
fighter.
just had that. He had that aura
Hey, look,
about
look,
him.
look.
When this nigga Jim Ryan come out on stage, crater face ass motherfucker, man. Like this dude just bugged me the fuck out, man.
Hey,
I just like, he come out-
once the
Hey, man.
motherfucker
He
said
come out and I'm
MLB
just
was
sitting there
going
like,
over
yo,
there to
man, like-
Xbox, I told y'all niggas this is not the same PlayStation, nigga, because
get-
the old niggas, they would have been like, nigga, MLB suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? That's
Jim
what the
Ryan,
old
Jim Ryan
motherfucker
come out on
PlayStation would've
stage
said.
and he talking his bullshit about,
nigga, fuck out
you
of here.
know, here at PlayStation, we care about our. No, you don't. Yo, I hope I'm in the audience one day and he come out
Hey,
on stage like, we
let me
care
ask
about
you a
our
question.
fans.
Hey,
I'm
look,
like, stop lying, nigga.
Hey, let me ask you a
That nigga
question.
ain't even on Twitter. He don't give a shit.
Yo, that man don't give a shit. Cause he know if he get on Twitter, that man
God.
mentions ain't never gonna
He's
stop.
done.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm telling
yo,
you.
we know he ain't listening because remember 2 months ago when they talking about putting more games on PC, he said, "Yo, we ain't
Mhm.
nothing. We ain't
Yeah,
no
I bet you
backlash."
didn't. You ain't got no account, nigga. What the fuck?
And them PlayStation
I bet
interns,
you ain't
them,
is.
them PlayStation interns that run that PlayStation Twitter ain't gonna tell you what motherfuckers saying. Shit. So it's like, what the fuck, man?
Hey, let me ask a question. Why do you reckon Jim Ryan was picked as CEO? I know why, but why do you reckon?
He make
Well,
money.
One thing I'll say about Jim Ryan, the man makes the company money. He brought
He's
back
a
Europe.
businessman.
He saved Europe PlayStation division. The man is definitely good at making money and doing business. We ain't gonna sit here and not acknowledge his success. But I don't give a damn. I'm thinking like a PlayStation fan right now. I want my games. I want my days gone too. And I don't like him, man. He's just not charismatic, man. He just, I don't know, man. Like, yo, when you saw Jack Trenton come out on stage at the E3, you just smiled and you was just happy, like, damn. Like, Jack Trenton, that's the dude, man. Then, Sean Layden, which I was a little worried about in the beginning, but
Jack Trenton was my favorite.
He rubbed off on me, like, he was a, I began to like him, especially when I met him in person. Then he come out on stage, I'm happy. I'm like, yo, there goes Sean Layden, man. Super hype, man. This dude, Jim Ryan, it's like, you guys ever watched that movie, Matilda? Remember when you put? I feel like I'm in the chokey when I'm watching Jim Ryan, man. That motherfucker about to send me to the chokey. Y'all ain't never watched Matilda?
Nigga,
you dead us?
Nah.
Y'all ain't none of y'all watch Matilda.
I told you, nigga, you be playing some goddamn games I'd never touched before in my life.
No, it ain't
Obviously,
a game.
You
It's
be
not a
watching
game.
some
It's
shit
a
I'd
movie.
never watched.
A movie called Matilda. Yeah, it's about a girl that had telekinetic powers.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers ain't never watched Matilda? From way back in the day, like the early 90s?
Nah, nigga, we don't.
All right, so let me explain to you. All right, so I'm gonna explain to you.
I don't even care.
All right, so the principal, I think it was the principal at the school that Matilda went to. I forgot. Funny enough, I forgot the name of the principal. But whenever you did something bad at school, she would send you to the chokey. It was called the chokey, which was this closet.
That shit
with, like,
already don't sound good.
Yeah, it was really fucked up. It was this closet with like these straps and shit in it, and like these spikes. It was really fucked up. She would send you to the chokey.
Bruh,
So I remember one time, I think Matilda, one of the kids got in trouble. So she came in and the kids were all scared, and she was like, and she was like, to the chokey. Like, yo, the chokey, like everybody was scared to go to the chokey. Miss Grundle, thank you, Jack. Miss Grundle, she sent you to the chokey. So I feel like every time Jim Ryan come out on stage at one of these E3s, that motherfucker gonna send me to the chokey. I ain't trying to go to the chokey, bro. God damn, man, that boy
The
crazy.
nigga look like Trump, man. He look like Trump.
Yo, low-key, he do look like a
European look like Trump, man.
He do
look like
European
Gordon Ramsay.
Yo, he do
Gordon
look like Gordon
Ramsay.
Ramsay though.
Yeah.
Miss Trunchbull, thank you, Star Guardian. That's her name, Miss Trunchbull. Send your ass to the chokey, boy. Let me find that clip. Y'all talk. I'm about to find that clip. Matilda chokey.
No. Send your ass to the goddamn chokey, man. That
So,
shit don't even sound right.
These some of these news we've been getting lately about PlayStation that people ain't been liking. Are y'all making that switch over to Xbox or what?
Yeah, I'm going to Xbox, man.
Hell no.
I already got my
Get outta
Xbox pre-ordered, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Somebody put up a joint
It's like you have no option.
saying who's better, Phil Spencer or Jim Ryan. I'm like, God damn, even though I don't like Jim Ryan, nigga, at least games is coming out over that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, and like, nigga, that nigga Phil has yet to make a good goddamn game whatsoever. Has yet to.
Oh, here go the
That
clip
shit
too. Here go the clip.
Bring back
Here go the
Don
clip.
Metric, baby. Bring back
Hold
Don
on.
Metric,
Let me play
baby.
this clip real quick. Let me play this clip. Yeah, I might get demonetized for this too, but fuck it, whatever.
Chokey, young lady.
Chokey?
Teach you a lesson.
What lesson?
You and your father think you can make a fool out of me.
My father?
The
Yep,
gun
they go to
left
chokey.
stupid
It got the chair.
I wasn't like my father.
You're the spitting image. The apple never
Yep, they go
rolls
to
far from
chokey.
the tree.
They go to chokey.
Y'all was watching some wild ass shit, boy.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo, that Matilda was crazy back in the day, boy. She was like, you
Who
and
the
your
fuck
father,
green lit this shit?
you and your
God
father trying to
damn.
make a fool
With
out of
some
me?
spikes
I
and shit,
choking.
bro. Them niggas.
Yeah, got
tripping.
spikes,
Nigga,
bro.
that is child abuse, my
That's what I'm
nigga.
saying. Yo, it's a
What the fuck
closet.
is
It's a
going on?
closet with
Yeah.
a chair and spikes on the door. That's exactly what it is. A closet with a chair and spikes at the door. That shit scared the hell out of me as a kid, bro. I was like, yo, this chick is crazy. That's how I feel like looking at Jim Ryan.
Oh, you know what? If they doing that remake, why the fuck they ain't got Blue Point doing that shit?
That's a good.
I think
well,
Bluepoint's still doing something else.
They're
I
doing
think
Metal Gear.
Bluepoint might be doing Metal Gear. Yeah, well, that's a rumor.
Yeah, I feel like they might be doing
them
Metal
some
Gear too,
remaking
low-key.
motherfuckers right there.
If the
I'm
if
surprised
the
they
Last
haven't
of Us
acquired
1
them yet.
remake is only, if the Last of Us 1 remake is only out by the end of this year or early next year, it's not that big of a deal. Then Naughty Dog actually is making new stuff, which is good. But if it takes 2 to 3 years for that shit to come out, man,
I think
what
The
a
Last
fucking
of
waste
Us,
of time.
if they do like a remastered or remake, I think it's gonna come in like a package, and that's how they're gonna resell it. Like it's gonna be 1 and 2, and probably factions in like a $70 package or some shit like that.
Well, let me ask
Yeah,
y'all
man,
this
factions-
question, man, because y'all ponies in here. Y'all gonna buy it? Tell the truth. Tell
Yes.
the truth.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
PlayStation know
Yeah,
that
of course,
too.
nigga.
That's why they get away with it.
That's why they making the motherfucker.
They know it.
But I'm gonna buy the
Exactly.
collector's
We
edition.
bought the
What are you on
motherfucking
about?
remaster last damn gen. Even though we had just played it, nigga, we had
Well,
just played The Last of Us. We had literally just played it, and then they made a remaster, and we bought that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We
Well,
had
I'm
literally
interested to see
just
if
played
they-
that
'cause,
motherfucker. dog.
Something came up about like, because remember how like some of the levels got leaked for the multiplayer of like factions 2 or whatever, and people were saying that those were maps from like the old game. So some people are speculating that they're actually just remaking factions from the first Last of Us game.
Nah. They can't. Yo, I'm
Nah,
telling you
I
now.
don't- I-
After
yeah,
playing
but
Last of
what
Us,
about-
after playing
yeah.
Last of Us 2 and having that type of movement and the gunplay and all that be upgraded like that.
Yeah.
But if they're remaking it, they're
nah.
But
doing
if they
all of
but
that,
if they
though.
remake it with
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
gameplay
that-
as the
yeah.
Last
If they
of Us
do that, nah, man. I want it to say Last of Us Part 2 factions. I don't
Right.
want no
Right,
Last
right,
of Us
right.
remastered.
I would rather take that than what the fuck I'm hearing they working on, which is that games as a service type of ass motherfucking goddamn factions. Take that shit and shove it up your ass.
Oh yeah,
I don't
man.
want that
Last
shit.
of Us Factions.
Yeah, I
sounds
don't
it's
like what I'm
massive.
hearing about that shit. That shit is ass.
Hey,
It's gonna be free to play, battle royale.
Yo, Henry said
Co-op.
Persona copping that shit too. Nah, I mean, y'all ain't gonna know if I cop it or not, so I'm gonna say it right here, I ain't copping it.
We're gonna see your trophies, the new set of trophies.
Nah, I'm about to
We're gonna
lock
see
my trophies down,
pop
bro.
up.
I'm about to lock my trophies down.
You
I'm
know
about to
damn well you
always
copping
show
that
up
shit.
offline. Y'all ain't never gonna know what I'm doing, man. Fuck that. Yo, Bari said, I'm trying to set up a match with just a guy shooting for next Friday. Hey, Bari, we need that TOA grudge match 1st to 10. I'm commentating. I'm sure Chuck gonna want to be there. Yeah. No. Set that up. Just the guy better not run either. I know he gonna run from that challenge. He
I
talking
already know
about
what combos he's gonna do. He's gonna be the XXXXX with Liu Kang.
Yep.
That's the
I'm
combos he's
telling
gonna
you, he gonna run from the challenge. He gonna run from the challenge. He not gonna show up.
I think we can safely say, nigga, this is not your granddaddy's PlayStation. That's all the fuck I got to say about that. nigga, these niggas is different. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
these
bruh,
niggas different.
I feel like one of them get off my lawn types now, bro. Like I understand what them old folks was talking about, man. Like when I look at gaming now, I'm like, look at these young whippersnappers in there, Fortnite in there, floss and dance and all that bullshit. I don't know. I mean,
Game Pass subscription. Back in my day, we used to have to buy the
Hey, let me
games.
ask some of y'all. Hey, any of y'all playing that Predator shit?
hell no.
Exactly.
But you want more multiplayer games for
Anybody
PlayStation?
I want- hey, I ain't one of
PlayStation
them
All
niggas.
Stars? Hell no.
I just
Ain't
want
none of them niggas
factions.
playing none of that shit.
I just
Who
want
playing
factions.
Dreams? Who making games in Dreams?
I'm not. Yo, I'm
Exactly,
not.
and that's the crazy anomaly around this motherfucker, nigga. Man, Media Molecule got to own some goddamn shit on somebody, nigga. Hey, look, man, they are the one niggas that are untouchable, literally untouchable.
Hey, they must get
Bruh.
royalties from Little Big Planet or something, huh?
Fam,
They
they
must
are
get, like,
untouchable. So you can't sit here and say, "Oh, they ain't taking chances. They gonna stop taking chances." And all. Motherfucker. Hey, first of all, when it comes to the chance taking, nigga, they just literally let a nigga make a video game about delivering goddamn packages. My nigga, what the fuck is going on here? They just
Exactly.
literally. I'm talking about nigga gave this nigga all types of shit to make that goddamn game, dog. Okay.
Mhm.
so I
Yo,
mean,
you know what I
until
like
they
about that?
stop.
When Kojima was talking about oh yeah, Americans only like shooters, and because he was mad because no one was trying to fuck with that Death Stranding. I'm sitting there like, bruh, I play JRPGs and all this other shit, and I didn't like this, bro. Like, it really wasn't good. Like, I get the premise of what you're trying to go for, to try to connect the world and go connect America or whatever, but, bro, this ain't it. There's plenty of other games that have hit home better with their message than this. Nah.
I tried so hard, nigga, for months and months and months to talk myself into buying that motherfucker, dog.
Nah, don't waste
and
your
then when
money,
it came
OBJ.
time
You're
to
not gonna
put my
like it.
bread there, dog, I was like,
Nah, I'm telling you
I was
straight
like,
up. Nah, I'm telling you straight up. Like, I tell you right now, knowing the games you like to play and how you are, you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like that.
Hey,
don't
nigga
waste your
showed a
money.
motherfucking invisible baby floating in the air, nigga. I said,
Yeah, man. Let me say, I'm
going
excited
on?
There's a
for the
lot. There's a lot
remaster.
more to the game than people think. Like
Nah,
there's
there's a lot more
than
to
people
it,
think.
but
Because there is action, there is combat. Like there's a lot more to the game than people think it is.
Hey, man, that extended edition's coming out soon.
of course,
Probably gonna have mechas or some shit.
Yeah, nah, it's coming to
Yeah,
Xbox.
but, hey,
Game
look,
Pass.
man, that motherfuckers. Hey, look, they're the same. Hey, they'll be lined up to buy his next project. It's all good. Hey, look. All I'm saying, you can't say Sony didn't support the fuck out that nigga. That nigga, hey yo, ain't no other publisher out this motherfucker gonna allow you to make a game delivering packages, nigga. I don't give a
hell
fuck.
nah, bro.
Who you say, nigga? Nobody else.
The
would've
only
done that
reason
shit.
why they let Kojima do that because he was Kojima. Anybody else came to PlayStation with some shit like with a premise like that? Hell nah.
Yeah, but I'm just
Hell
saying,
nah, they wasn't let that
no
ride.
other Nintendo wouldn't let that nigga do that shit. Goddamn, Microsoft wouldn't let that nigga do that shit. Nobody else would let that nigga make that game.
PlayStation let him do that shit, and I'm pretty sure some of them went there like, what the fuck is this motherfucker?
Of course
doing,
they were.
dog?
I guarantee you, everybody in that goddamn boardroom was like, "Hey, bro, fuck wrong with this
Yeah,
nigga."
as soon as that nigga walked out the door, they was like, "This nigga needs to
wrong
be
with this
tested."
Yo, Demolish guy said, the thing I don't understand, Persona, is why did the VRG studio want to make a remake of Last of Us? Out of all the games to remake, like The Legend of Dragoon or Jack 1, they would rather remake The Last of Us. That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with Demolish, man. Like, why The Last of Us? Yo, hell yeah, I would buy Legend. Yo, people have been wanting that for years. Hell yeah.
I would.
Yeah, a couple of niggas that's in here is, nigga. Nobody else.
Nah. Hold on. A lot of people.
No, that's
a lot of
exactly
people want
why
that.
The Last of Us is getting remade, 'cause
a lot of
niggas is
people
going
want
back
that
to
game.
motherfucker. That's why.
OBJ is not lying. You already know people gonna be like, I want a Legend of Dragoon remake, and then when it come time to show
True.
up, they gonna buy that
I
shit.
mean, we talk. See, but those
It's
are those
$70.
Twitter
That's
motherfuckers.
exactly what the
For
fuck they gonna
$70.
say.
See, that's the thing, though.
remake.
That's the thing. Those Twitter motherfuckers, people that come through to my channel, man, they folks on my channel, my supporters, they'll buy the game. I know y'all in here would buy the game. A lot of people here would buy the game. I would buy it 100%. I mean, OBJ, you
A
did
Jack
it.
1 remake
I buy that shit
would
day
sell,
one.
dude.
Hell nah, nigga.
Jack,
But I
Jack
will
1
buy
remake would
another
sell a couple
motherfucking
million.
goddamn copy of that Last of Us. I'll buy the fuck out of that motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie to you. As
Yeah.
stupid as it is, nigga.
I agree.
People gonna complain
Jack
about
one
this, but
remake
at the
would be
same,
cool.
but here's the thing. If Sony like remakes or remasters The Last of Us again for the PlayStation 5, we know it's gonna be a substantial upgrade. It isn't gonna be no bullshit like Skyward Sword, where they didn't do shit to that motherfucker and they raised the price and giving it at full price. You know what I mean? And that game is like 10 years old, so it's in the same boat as The Last of Us.
I agree.
And
with
in
Blanchard.
Gonna have
quotation,
all the Last of Us
if
2
this
assets.
is true, we still
Yeah,
got.
if this is yeah, but you know Jason's track record, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying, if it is, I mean, I don't know until Sony say something. You know what I'm saying? But
agree.
I'm pretty sure
I-
there's some fire there.
I agree with Blanchard too. He said Dragoon should have been prioritized over Shadow Colossus. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree as well. I think it was.
But Shadow Colossus is the more critical hit. So
True, it is.
Certified
is.
classic.
It is, but I don't know. Just for me, my bias.
They probably ain't
Dragoon.
they probably ain't buy that motherfucker either. I bought that shit. I ain't
If they want to make sure the Legend,
I didn't even start that shit yet.
if they want to make sure that the Legend of Dragoon will sell, then they have to remake it into like an action game, like remake, like Final Fantasy VII remake or some shit like that.
Yo, I am Panther with the super chat. He said, "Man, I need them to remake Cyclone Filter and SOCOM." Let me explain. I'm with you, but let me explain to you something about SOCOM, man. A lot of people asking for SOCOM, they ain't gonna play it, man. Yeah, they ain't gonna play it. I understand the nostalgia, but a lot of folks in this community, They not gonna play that SOCOM, bruh.
They gonna play 5 matches on that motherfucker and then put it down and go to Cold War, nigga. That's what the fuck they gonna do, nigga.
That's the thing, though.
I'm
That's the
trying to
thing,
tell
though, OBJ.
Straight up.
These dudes don't even know how to play objective modes in Call of Duty. You really think they're gonna be able to do an objective mode in SOCOM? Hell no. These dudes can't even cap flags. These dudes can't even cap flags and domination on COD. Hell no, they
Niggas
ain't
ain't
playing no
playing no multiplayer game. Sony put the fuck out, nigga. They not playing that.
Nah,
motherfucker.
hold
I'm
on.
trying
Now,
to
if they
tell
put
you,
out,
nigga. You'll
if
get
they
some
put
niggas
out a
on
SOCOM,
factions. You'll get niggas on factions.
no
but
factions.
nigga, other than
so
that,
if they put out
you know
a
what I'm
SOCOM, a couple people will play it. But what's that
nigga,
other
for
game?
2 weeks.
Forgot
Shit.
the other
Hey,
game
yo,
was just on
bruh.
the tip of my tongue too. Shit.
And this
Resistance.
goes for both, nigga. This goes for.
If they put out a new
ahead.
Resistance with a multiplayer, hell yeah, I'd play that, man. I love
Nigga.
Resistance.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. But what I'm
Hey,
saying
VR.
this is the case for both. I'm talking about Microsoft, all them niggas, man. Hey, yo, look, nigga. They don't give a fuck about multiplayer. Nigga, third party runs that shit, okay? It just is what it is.
Well,
That
nah,
doesn't mean you
people gonna
can't
play
make 'em.
Halo multiplayer. Let's be honest here. People gonna play that.
Yeah, I mean, nigga, when the last time you heard about some Halo 5 multiplayer, nigga? When the last time you heard?
Niggas ain't playing Halo 5
Matter of
multiplayer.
fact,
'Cause Halo
look that
5
shit
is
up on
ass.
Twitch right now.
That's
see
why
what-
they're
who the
making
fuck
it
playing
free
that
to play. That's why they're making. That's why they're making the
Yeah, nigga, who
multiplayer free to
playing that
play.
shit, nigga? Who
Hey, that
playing
Halo,
shit? They ain't nobody playing that shit.
Xbox niggas in for a rude awakening. That Halo about to be a battle royale. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
bro.
it's gonna be it's free to play. The Halo Infinite multiplayer is gonna
It
be free to
should
play.
be though. That actually makes sense in that game, nigga. A battle royale for Halo. You got the forerunners and all of that bullshit in there, right? Yeah, I mean, nigga, that shit.
Yeah,
makes
Halo.
sense for
Halo was like the original battle royale, like Xbox.
Wait. OBJ said forward by Halo fan.
Yo, you don't
Say
remember
what, nigga?
Stealth? That nigga OBJ was an undercover Xbox, man, before he came to PlayStation.
Nigga, I have played some multiplayer in Halo. I think I played a little on Reach. I played a little bit on motherfucking Halo 4. I think I tried some of that Halo 5 and I was like, fuck that shit. But I mean, I never could get like my so-called friends on the Xbox to play it with me. And I was like, man, this
Funny
shit
how
trash.
you couldn't get
So-
niggas on Xbox to play games.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it was like, I was like, well, fuck that shit, man. You know, but the campaigns and all of that shit, I never could get into. I cannot get into it, nigga. I cannot get into the campaigns of Halo. They boring as fuck to me, man.
The Demolish guy said, and another thing, Persona, Naughty Dog should cancel Uncharted 5 and work on 2 new IPs this
not
gen.
at all. Not at all.
A new dark fantasy game and a sci-fi or superpower game that's been rumored for PS5.
They working on a new IP. You ain't got to worry about that. Y'all got to stop acting like
Yeah, they're working on a new
y'all
IP.
know what these niggas
I mean,
working
but do
on.
we really need an Uncharted 5 though?
Oh,
We
you
don't
got
need
damn
an
right we
Uncharted
do. You
5.
got damn right. I want to goddamn Uncharted 5.
I love Uncharted as much as the next
Goddamn
person.
right I do.
It depends. It depends what they do. If they do some shit with like a God of War, like they change up the formula and shit like that,
Nah,
I'll
ain't
be
no
open
formula.
minded.
Don't change up shit. No.
I'll be open-minded.
I want
Well,
I'll
nah,
be
if
open-minded.
they
Nigga, I want a motherfucking goddamn Uncharted. That's
if
what
they
I want.
do an Uncharted with the daughter, all right. But if it's
Yeah,
Nate and all
that's
this bullshit,
that's what I
nah,
want.
man, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Like, that
Hey,
story's
nigga, I go
over,
out there
man.
with Nate again too. I go out there with Nate too.
What about? Will y'all
Nah,
be,
not
will y'all
Nate's
be cool?
old ass. Hell nah, bro.
Will y'all be cool with a Young
Nigga,
Sully?
it's all good.
Will y'all be cool with a Young Sully game?
No, that's that
Nigga,
chapter,
no.
them stories is over,
What,
bro.
What I'm gonna do? Sit
This
there and
story
smoke
is
cigars,
over,
my
bro.
nigga. What the fuck is going on around this?
Niggas about to be
sit there,
shooting
smoke
fucking
cigars,
Dragonoffs and
women.
shit from World War II, man. Yeah, man. Old ass Sully, bro. Niggas ain't trying
Bring
to
that
play
ass
with
over
him
here,
either.
kiddo.
What
Hey,
about
yo,
Eddie
get the
Ri-
fuck
Eddie
out of
Rider
here.
Yo, let me get
Eddie
this.
Rider.
Let me get the super chat from Star Guardian. Shout out to my boy Star Guardian, man. He said, "Remember your parents telling you your eyes are bigger than the stomach? That's exactly the phrase that should be used with these gamers when it comes to wanting something and not consuming it." I'm gonna start telling niggas that on Twitter. Like, your eyes bigger than your
Well,
stomach.
nigga,
Shut up.
I mean, I ain't never heard that saying, but hey, that's a nice
Have I ever
saying.
heard that before?
Yeah, I've heard that saying a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, buy what you want to play, man. Buy what you want to play, man. Don't just buy shit because a motherfucker making it, man. Because sometimes y'all be acting like y'all just want niggas to go out here and waste money, nigga. Because I'm gonna tell you, I got a rack of games in my motherfucking backlog, and they in that backlog for a goddamn reason, nigga. I done learned my lesson. I'm like, man, bro, I'm not buying nothing that I don't see myself actually loading up and actually finishing, nigga. I'm tired of that shit. Like, nah, nigga, I have to do my research. I have to see and be like, you know what I'm saying? All right, nigga, I want to buy this. I want to fucking play this. You see what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to my boy David Gaines with the super chat. He said, "Do we need one? No, LOL. But it's guaranteed to sell. I could see in a spin-off with the daughter though. Ben Studios' new IP. If true, I think it will be set in Cyclone Filter universe. I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, Days Gone was Siphon Filter.
What if they're doing another Siphon Filter?
I would rather. I'd
rather it be a new IP.
It was a new IP. Yeah, they said it was a brand new IP, so a new franchise. So, I mean, listen, if they were smart, like I said earlier, if they were smart, they would do a prequel with Deacon St. John's wife Sarah and what she was doing when they flew off in the helicopter and all that shit. That'd be a good story because it's still Days Gone and you can still add on to the story.
Nah, we don't give a fuck about his wife. Hey, look, man.
Yo.
Either make Days Gone or don't make Days Gone at all. You see what I'm saying? Like
nah, if they do another
Days Gone without Deacon is ridiculous.
Yeah, if they do another Days Gone, it has to be a sequel because I need to know what happened to like the freakers, like evolving and shit like that.
Days Gone 2 about to be one of those games that people just gonna keep asking for PlayStation for like 10 years, and then they finally gonna do it.
And then they finally gonna make it.
Yep,
yeah.
That's
like Bloodborne 2.
Yep.
Like Bloodborne 2.
Well, never mind. Bloodborne 2. Hell, people are still begging for a Bloodborne remaster or a remake. Or
nigga, you gotta ask From Software about that shit.
Yo,
but Sony Japan to help develop it, but all
nigga,
those
they don't
left.
exist.
Shout out to my boy Hen 10. He said, "At Persona PS5 Returnal pre-order in the bag." Shout out to you, bruh. Big shout out to you. Round of applause. That man buying greatness. That man is buying greatness.
Yeah, boy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Me, man.
I'm hyped.
They better not have no motherfucking punk ass
see.
Destiny story in that motherfucker. I'm talking about the story, nigga. Hey,
this
look,
ain't
man.
No looter shooter.
Don't half-ass this shit, man.
Nah, it's a full-fledged story.
Shooter.
It's a single-player game. It's a full-fledged single-player only game.
Okay, man.
With
don't bullshit me now.
With asynchronous multiplayer, which is like where you see how other people die when you like look at their hologram.
I just want to play them.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Fuck all that.
It's gonna be fun, man.
I hope so, nigga. I hope so, nigga. Cause nigga, I would never support them, nigga. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And it's gonna have some horror, like elements of horror, like when you go into like the first person.
I mean, I like what I see so far.
Yeah.
Man. I went on the PlayStation and I looked at all the little short videos and shit they had for it.
Oh yeah, and the podcasts and shit like that.
Yeah. I was like, all right, this shit looking dope. I mean, it's looking like it might be something there. We gonna see.
We'll see.
We gonna see, but is it something like goddamn when we seen goddamn Kratos step out the goddamn shadows? Nigga,
no,
probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course not, because everybody knows.
You know when you see that game, and when you see a game revealed, and you like, God damn it, nigga, I would slap a whole bus full of senior citizens just to play that motherfucker right now. That's the feeling I want. So if they gonna make more AA games that make my ass feel like that, nigga, I'm all for that shit right there. You understand what I'm saying? Please do that. Please do that shit, man. Because a lot of niggas out here make trash.
What do you reckon it's going to score?
Oh, what'd you say, Glorious?
What do you reckon it's going to score, Returnal?
Metacritic? I think it's going to be 88.
I think it's going to be in the 80s.
80s, yeah. Low 80s.
Niggas got high hopes.
Housemarque makes good games. Like their track record is in the 80s range.
Sona.
Yeah.
$70 game.
The problem is
$70 game and 6 out of 10. Man.
The so-called media don't seem like they on their side at this nigga. So I don't know what they expect.
You're right. Yeah, and you can guarantee when people put their reviews out. Yeah, this is what they're gonna be saying. Yeah, Returnal's fun, but is it $70 fun? I don't think so. I'm
Right.
telling you, someone's gonna say that.
Exactly.
Someone in one of these
Exactly.
reviews is gonna say that bullshit.
Hey,
Trust me.
there's a gruff male woman, a gruff female protagonist, nigga, a gruff female protagonist, white female protagonist.
Yeah, let me ask y'all a
You know,
question, man.
Karen.
How y'all,
Karen.
They got a Karen as a protagonist out this mother.
Yeah.
how y'all feel about Ice? I'm seeing this news circle around now that PlayStation's gonna be doing the same thing with Game Pass or something like that.
Well, no,
What's this about?
don't say the same
They
thing.
already
We don't
fucking
know.
have it, bro. They
But-
already like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but this
What's
is the
PS
thing.
Now? What the fuck is PS Now that people keep
That's what it
fucking
is.
forgetting?
They started it. That's what
Like,
I'm trying to tell you.
this is what
I've
I
been
think
trying to
they're
tell
gonna
people
do.
that.
This is
Well,
what I
this
think
game
they're
thing.
gonna.
That
They're
day
They're
and
gonna
date.
merge PS Now and PS Plus. They're gonna
I
raise
don't
the
want
price.
them to do that. Why would I want to do that?
They should keep
No.
them separate because right now
and
PS
they're gonna
Plus
offer
and
you
PS Now is
a discount on all
$120.
first. They're gonna offer you a discount on all first party games. So they're gonna offer you like a 10% off.
They already
15%
do
off
that with
discount.
Plus.
I don't
But
know
not
about
every
all
first
that.
party game. They don't do it with every first party game.
I don't know
Yeah.
what they're going to do. All I do know is in that same article that came out at around the end of last generation, dog, when they was talking about some of their games going to PC and all of that shit, right? When they started talking about this shit, the end of the last generation, at the same time, they said there will be more of a focus on PS Now, and they were revamping that shit. You see what I'm saying? So whatever they've been working on, they've been doing that shit. The people
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they wasn't just gonna leave fucking PS Now like it's been. Now we don't know exactly what the fucking changes are gonna be. We don't know.
I don't think it's gonna
they
be
do.
day one shit. I don't think God of War is gonna go on day one or some shit like that. Like I don't think it's gonna be to that level.
We don't know. We don't know shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Don't
motherfuckers
put your
will
foot in
buy
your
that
mouth
guy.
right now.
No, but here's the thing. Sony knows money, right?
Don't put your foot in your mouth right now, nigga. We don't know shit right now.
Motherfuckers know that people will going to go out. God of War Ragnarok is going to break sales records again at $70.
Nigga,
already
I thought
know
we
that
knew. All I'm saying, Chris, is look, man, this ain't your grandfather's Sony. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This ain't your daddy's PlayStation player.
I am the grandfather.
So what
I was
I'm
around
saying
back
is,
then.
let's just wait for the news to come the fuck out. Let's do that because we don't know what the hell.
Hey, but if they do like a day and date, they have to buy more studios, man. They can't compete otherwise. You reckon? They
Well,
have to
said they
buy more
focusing on
studios.
more.
The reason why
Hey,
Microsoft is doing it because Microsoft has the money to fucking lose. They don't give a fuck.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
they
don't
have-
think
they have
they
the
gonna
capital
put
to
their shit
lose.
on their day and
I
date
mean,
either,
that don't
man.
mean
But
that
I mean,
Microsoft just gonna keep dumping money.
Yeah,
into
they're not
something
gonna keep
losing.
dumping it, but as of
Like,
right
let's not-
now,
let's not
they're
have that
fucking
mentality.
investing like crazy
Yeah,
right
I-
now. You know,
I don't think they gonna put their shit on their day and date either. But I mean, nigga, I could very well be wrong than a motherfucker. I understand
Hey,
that, man.
man, listen.
Because I can't trust them
With
niggas for shit.
PlayStation,
Okay.
I'm not putting nothing past these dudes right now.
Oh,
man.
OBJ the dog. If we get day and date, PS Now or PS Plus, lower budget Last of Us Part 3, mate. Lower budget.
Eventually, that's my fear of that. Of that, that's my fear, right? That's my fear that eventually it will lead to those types of services. Will lead to, you know, these budgets of these games being
because
killed.
all these people are bitching. Oh, Sony needs to be like Mike. Bro, there's one thing I definitely, and we see Sony definitely changing some shit around because people are complaining. But this is one thing I will give props to Nintendo is Nintendo don't give a fuck and they stick with their guns and they don't care what anybody says. They're gonna do shit they want to do. And that's how Sony needs to be too.
But we don't care about Nintendo. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't care.
Well, I'm saying
So-
that's how Sony needs to be as well.
There's a reason. That's one of the reasons we don't give a shit. They don't change shit.
Right. What I'm
You
saying
know?
that's how Sony
Yeah.
needs to be as well.
They used to be that way, but they don't give a fuck no more. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, we
Well,
just gotta wait for
well-
the news. And
Well, if none of this negative news affects them, then they can be like Nintendo and not give a shit.
Exactly.
And
Well,
say,
that's why
"Hey,
they
It's not
don't
gonna,
give
it's not
shit
gonna,
because-
yeah, because it's not gonna
Yeah.
affect them.
yeah, it doesn't affect them. Yeah, that's the thing. Niggas told me I'm still gonna buy MLB on PlayStation, and they said they don't need to do nothing. That's what they said. They
There you
said
go.
tell the company to do nothing. So that's
Halo,
where we
Forza,
at
and Gears.
in
So
today's
listen,
time.
that's fine. That's fine. But we're getting but it's the same thing. I don't
And I
understand.
know.
We just mentioned
MLB
there's like
still gonna sell
10,
the same
12
amount
games
that
coming
motherfucker
out,
already-
right? That
already
Brad
sells.
McCraft just went through
Already
on their
knows.
list of games.
Hey,
And then in
Horizon
addition to
Forbidden
that, a
West
possible
dropping.
Uncharted 5.
People gonna forget
Ain't
all
she
this
gonna?
shit.
Cause don't nobody do boycott. Don't all these niggas. Don't nobody really give a fuck. To be honest, we just be out here picking and choosing what the fuck we mad about. And at the end of the day, we still go out there and just buy what the fuck we want to buy. That's all it is. That's all it is. We still bullshitting here, man.
Oh, let me
all
read
it
this
is,
last
man.
message, then we gonna get up out of here. Demolition guy said, Persona, why did the head of PlayStation not trust in the team on remaking The Last of Us if they had former GTA and The Last of Us 2 devs on the project? Shit don't make sense. Hey man, listen, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, these dudes, this SRA studio or whatever, they were working on helping other studios with touching up the animations and stuff like that for these games. So why wouldn't you trust them with the project? They worked on a lot of this stuff already. You're right. I don't get it. But yo, man, look, we're gonna get into the outros because it's Friday. I'm trying to play some games because I'm at the final boss of Outriders, and I'm trying to.
Sick just got here.
Content. I'm trying to get into this end game content. Yo, what up, Sick?
Damn.
Hey man, listen, man.
We were playing
boss.
that zombie.
Let's Six stay this case before we roll, man. Let's Six stay this case before we roll.
Wait, what case?
I know you want to play that trash ass Outriders, man. You ain't got to be in a rush to play that.
Outriders is fun.
First time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know me better than that. You know me better than that. You know I would have bought that.
What
go out there and get disconnected from a server real quick and shit.
Nah, I haven't gotten honestly, I haven't gotten disconnected since last Sunday.
Oh man.
Hey, look, but let me speak on that real quick, man. Like I said, with this, if they worried about the critical success, nigga, you can't control what the fuck these goddamn
yeah, we have to kind of bring up. And DC, I'll go to you.
Bro.
Crap, thanks for
Nigga,
bringing it up, though. I want to see DC.
Look at even E3.
Yeah, but
right,
crap,
right,
the beginning of the
reviews,
PS4 era, Sony was
like,
2014, 2015 wasn't happening. Like it was quiet. That's when they remember even Andrew House came out and said, "We don't have a lot to show right now, but we will." And then they got louder and louder. This is Sony's MO, and the fact that they're actually starting the generation with this many games, would you like them or you don't? That's up to you. I'm not telling you to like them. But I'm saying, like, they've had games out. They've got games coming out. We've got a game coming out in less than 30 days, right? And then you got Ratchet and Clank coming out in June. You were supposed to get Deathloop. That got bumped back to September. But my point being is, there's games here, and everyone's sitting here saying, I just don't know what's going on with Sony. They're
oh, shit, I'm watching a podcast. I was looking at Mooch's podcast.
Not come in here to say you don't care, goddamn.
I'm looking at Mooch's podcast on the computer, and I forgot that I'm talking to y'all, so it's coming through. My fault. I'm looking at Mooch's show. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, nah, I was wondering what the fuck that was because I was looking at the stream and I hear this nigga talking like, I mean, just think about it. PlayStation has all these games. I don't know, bro. I'm tired of being mad for no fucking reason, bro. I'm good.
I told you, Barry, to hold that shit down because I know Dreamcast fraud asses in that podcast right now.
I don't know, man. I guess the reason why I really I'm pissed. Like, this is an L for me, right? Like, fuck that shit talking about PlayStation called an L. How the fuck is it an L for them when it's just them not having to make another game for us, bro? It's them putting these games everywhere, putting it on PC. Think about it. They said that they're putting these games on PC so that they can continue making these big blockbuster major games and yada yada yada. And we have still yet to see the shit that we even know about. Like, we know about God of War existing. We know nothing about it. We don't know how Kratos is going to look. We don't know if they're going to keep the same figure that they had for the last Kratos. We don't know what this shit is going to be about. We don't know if they're about to kill off Kratos and let fucking Atreus take over. We have no idea what the fuck is going on in this game because all we've seen is a GIF. And then when it comes to Horizon Forbidden West, what do we know about it besides that first fucking trailer? We haven't seen a lick of gameplay from it. Hey, man, whatever Sony doing, man, they better pick up and show niggas the reason why PlayStation is the way. Because if they keep fucking off like they doing now, niggas is going to start looking elsewhere. I ain't saying that it's gonna happen overnight. I'm just saying niggas will not forget the shit that's happening. Niggas ain't gonna forget the shit that's going on.
I disagree, nigga. I don't think. Look, man. Until some shit changes, if niggas stop buying shit and all of that, then yeah, you got a point. But
no, but that's what I'm saying.
Nobody cares, so niggas just keep on doing what they're doing.
Eventually, they're gonna start to see those sales falter, and that shit is gonna falter because they're letting the other person control the narrative. They're letting Microsoft control the narrative of how niggas should consume games.
Microsoft got to come out with some goddamn games to get somebody over that motherfucker though, man. They got it like at the end of the day, man, it don't really fucking matter until they do that. They got to actually provide something that will snatch a goddamn PlayStation nigga from here over there.
Shit, it don't look like it take much from the shit that I'm hearing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I get mad at PlayStation too, but that doesn't mean that I think that Xbox is the better choice. That just means that, nigga, we have to let these motherfuckers know how the fuck we feel about this shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, being vocal about the things you disagree with. Like, you know, I hate to compare it to real life, but I will. You know, if niggas was this complacent back during slavery and during segregation, nigga, it still be whites only, blacks only out this bitch, man. If you motherfuckers, I'm glad some of you motherfuckers was around back then. You niggas would have been snitching the massa all over the fucking place. Like, no, I'm just saying, man. Like, if this type of mindset is very modern. Because back during the 40s, 50s, and 60s and shit, niggas wasn't standing for shit like this, man. And listen, I get it. Oh, you know, people like to minimize it. Oh, you talking about games, Persona. It's not that big a deal. Nah, bro. It's a reflection of how you really would speak up about something you really disagree with, regardless of what it is. The fact that you wouldn't speak up about the disagreement or you so complacent, I wonder how you motherfuckers would have been with Martin Luther King marching through the fucking shit and getting hoses and shit on you. You motherfuckers would have quit. Like, oh, I'm drenched. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Like, nah, man.
Never let a nigga silence you. Now, what I'd like to ask Sick is, what exactly from the info that came out today are you upset with? You know what I'm saying? For real.
Like, what is the most is not getting a sequel?
And that's understandable. That's definitely understandable because I want to goddamn
paid for it.
Days Gone, right? Yeah, you're right.
I paid for it. I supported it, and now you telling me you're gonna leave me on that cliffhanger?
Yeah, like, for real? That's what they're gonna do. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Now, that's crazy. At the same time, Sick, do you mind them working on a new IP?
I still want my Days Gone, man.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
They can work on whatever the fuck they want to work on. I just want my Days Gone.
But do you mind them working on a new IP?
Shit, I don't own them. They can do what the fuck they want to do.
I'm just saying, if they make a new IP, it come out, they show it, woo, 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 shit look dope. You gonna buy it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't got no beef with Ben. I ain't got no beef with Ben.
The main thing, and I agree with you totally here, is that you want Days Gone. You want the goddamn sequel, and I want that motherfucker too. You right. We both in the same position with that shit.
No, that's what my stance is with it. Other than that, I don't really give a fuck about the information. Like,
and a Days Gone 2 could have came out in 2 years from now. A new IP is going to take 4 years, 5 years.
I mean, we don't know. We don't know how long it's going to take.
That sounds like wasted time. I don't know.
It's not wasted time to make a new IP. I'd never say some shit like that. But what I'm saying is,
we asked for new IP.
I can't. I'm upset that I'm not getting Days Gone 2. I'm very upset about that. But I'm also excited at what a new IP may entail. I mean, I just can't find myself to be like sitting here just mad because I'm not getting it. But I am getting a new IP. So I don't know. I won't know until that shit is shown. And then I'd be like, oh, well, you canceled Days Gone for this trash? You see what I'm saying? Or it's dope. And then I just forget all about that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't know until I see the shit. So what I'm saying is, when nobody knows what kind of God of War this nigga Corey Barlog pitched to motherfucking shooing them niggas, right? Nobody knows. We might have loved that goddamn God of War even more than what the fuck we loved that came in 2018. We don't know. We'll never know. He pitched that motherfucker. They shut that shit down. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know. We just don't know. Nigga, maybe they pitched Days Gone 2 and they was like, niggas ain't gonna buy that shit. No. You know what I'm saying? And said, look, do what you do. Work on some other shit. Come up with another idea. So we don't know. Yes, it hurts, nigga. We not getting goddamn Days. But nigga, it also hurt when my ass ain't get goddamn Order 1887 around this motherfucker. Okay?
Nah.
So it's what it is.
Instead of making Days Gone 2, we getting The Last of Us remastered again.
I don't think that affects Days Gone 2 though. I mean, they're allowing them to make a new IP. Like,
they had them working on it. They had been working on The Last of Us remake, from my understanding.
I mean, so if it's true, right? If it's true, no matter whether they had them working on it or had a team work, it don't matter. The Last of Us remake was happening regardless. It don't even matter. You see what I'm saying? Right. At that point, nigga, it don't matter. The Last of Us remake was, if it's true, it's happening regardless. You see what I'm saying?
We haven't even gotten an update for The Last of Us 2.
We definitely haven't. And they might package that motherfucker in there to have you pay for it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how that shit may go. And guess what? Every goddamn body in here is gonna buy that motherfucker too. And we know that. And they know that. They know that.
I ain't buying that shit again.
Yeah, hey, sick. Didn't you tell me you wasn't buying Ratchet and Clank?
No, he said he was gonna wait. He said he was gonna wait.
I did. OBJ right.
Nigga.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna do this again, sick. We're not doing this shit again.
See you June 11th.
We're not doing it again. We're not doing it. I'll see your ass when that goddamn remake drop. I'ma see your ass.
Listen, man.
Okay.
I can't do it again, bro. I know the story, man.
Oh my
you finna tell me the story again, bro? I know you love
that nigga sick. That nigga sick. Wallet gonna magically buy the games and they gonna appear in this list like the mother games did. We post that shit on Twitter. You said, "What's this here?"
Baby.
What's this here? These games just showed up in my list. I was like, "This nigga's sick."
Yo, I said, "Hold on."
Listen, man, I got a sickness, bro. I got a sickness, man.
Nigga said I can't do it, and then he gonna do it. I'd sick my boy, man.
I got a sickness, man.
I get it.
I understand, man. I need AA for this shit, bro. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh man,
I'm trying to figure it out, man.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, you're right, man. I mean, I would have goddamn Days Gone too. Man, look,
now,
I still think we might get that
with what's going on today, man. All that other shit, bro. First of all, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing from Xbox niggas, bro. Don't talk to me. For what?
Facts.
Yeah, this ain't no Xbox.
Y'all let these niggas dog walk over y'all for fucking 7 years, my nigga, and give y'all absolutely fucking nothing. Don't tell me shit, nigga. I don't want to hear how you have magically become enlightened to PlayStation issues. We got niggas in here arguing for hours, don't even own a PS5. We got niggas arguing about games that you never gonna buy, don't care about.
It's a lot of that, yeah.
Bars.
Right.
Too many Xbox niggas wanna talk to PlayStation niggas. We are not the same. We are different. Unfortunately,
different niggas. But
y'all gonna have to stop saying that y'all are hardcore gamers, because y'all ain't hardcore shit. I get it. Y'all like to talk to niggas. This is like your pastime. This is what you like to do for fun. When it comes to games, I ain't got the funds. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? I mean, y'all niggas is trying to run this game and shit into the fucking hole because Xbox has been ran into a hole. Now, I'm not trying to make this about Xbox. I know this is about PlayStation and our grievances and our gripes with that. But for some reason, every time you talk about PlayStation, these Xbox niggas want to come and be a part of the fight.
I ain't listening to nothing them niggas got to say.
I ain't trying to I'm not trying to hear what you saying. Yeah, Xbox niggas, I don't care what you have to say.
They released the console with no goddamn new games, man. What the fuck is going on?
Seen a nigga earlier, bro. So this news came out The man said, "See, PlayStation fans, this is what you get asking for $70 games." I said, "Nigga, what? What?
I'm so tired of them acting like PlayStation started this $70 shit.
But where did you get that from this article, bro? I couldn't believe that he even posted that. I'm like, bro, what?
I see the nigga who posted it said retweet and like this if you want to see Days Gone too. I swear for God.
Oh yeah, like that shit
the
gonna make a
first
difference.
nigga underneath that bitch was posting an Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. I'm like, bruh, how the fuck do that solve this issue? These niggas are retarded. They think
Henry,
when
heck,
PlayStation
you know what
look
post
bad,
I'm talking about.
it makes Xbox look good, and it doesn't. Y'all just don't understand that.
You know what? I bookmarked that shit too. I'm about to show it. Fuck that.
Like you said,
I'm getting tired of these PlayStation niggas, man.
Shout out to Notorious,
they make everything into a console war. Everything is a console war.
Shout out to Notorious, man. Like he cool. He alright. He cool peoples, man. He do the LTG podcast with Smooth.
What the fuck is LTG?
What did Smooth say the name? I think it's Low. I don't Love to Game. Love to Game. I think it's that. Yeah, Love to Game.
Sounds like an Xbox podcast.
So
I call cap.
So the news came out today, right? 8 a.m. This man already with the bullshit. Dude gonna say, "I don't want to hear shit from a PlayStation fanboy about the news that's dropping today. Look in the mirror. This is what y'all asked for, and Sony is doing just that. You gladly expected $70 games from Sony. Boom, you got it. All you want is formulaic AAA games. Here you go." Hey, oh my mans! This nigga Notorious Dre.
Oh,
my mans! I seen this shit this morning. I damn near spat out my drink. I said, "Hey, yo, bro, what? Hey, what type of drugs are you smoking, boy? Where did you get anything about $70 games in this thinking from that article, bruh? Bad game intake, bruh. Bad game intake. This was a terrible game intake." And I'm just sitting
that
here.
That nigga right there is the nigga that try to play that whole neutral thing.
I couldn't believe this shit though. I was reading this and I'm like,
I be seeing the shit that he
consoles. I keep it real.
Yeah.
I
see that nigga all the time, bro. I just ignore him now, bro. I think I got him blocked now because, bro, I'm man. I don't know if it's just me, bro, but I get tired of seeing the same old bullshit, bro.
Yeah, it ain't just you. It's a lot of us, man. It's
you're not neutral.
Ridiculous, man.
Let's just keep it real. You're not neutral. Shut the fuck up. You bought both of these consoles so you can fucking talk on the internet, nigga. That's why you got them. You didn't get them because you just love fucking playing games, nigga. Let's stop the bullshit.
Hey man, shout out to Dre though, man. You know, like shout out to
Notorious. It ain't no shout out to that nigga. Well, from you.
Yeah. I take it. I'll be a little diplomatic. People think just because Xbox sucks, PlayStation can do whatever the fuck they want. Nah, exactly, Jack. Like, I don't get it, man. I just don't understand how people keep. I really want to ask him. You know, I'm gonna ask him live on stream.
Realistically, let's be honest, bro. When we don't like shit that we see with PlayStation, bro, we speak up about what we don't like when we see it with fucking PlayStation. The thing is, PlayStation got this thing where they not listening to us, nigga. They listening to these media outlets.
Exactly.
Even though these media outlets want to see them fail, I don't understand who's working in marketing at PlayStation, but how can this nigga not see what the fuck they do? They bash your game into oblivion before it ever releases. Put a bad taste in people's mouth, and then act surprised if you decide you don't want to make it again.
And a lot of the shit that's surrounding Days Gone wasn't even about the gameplay or the story itself. It was about how Deacon said old lady to his wife, and they made a huge fucking deal about that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
So miss me with that bullshit. Y'all niggas, these niggas is getting everything that they fucking want. They wanted PlayStation games to go on PC so that it's not stuck behind the PlayStation paywall, as they call it, right? Because that's what the console is. It's a paywall, my nigga. So now we don't even have to buy your console, and we get to bash your shit into fucking oblivion.
Yeah, I had to ask the question, so I put, serious question, what in the article brought you to this conclusion? Your take and the article do not have any correlation. I need an explanation. I'm out here rhyming today.
Bars.
Bars.
Did I put your?
That's
oh
fucking
man, I
bars,
forgot
son.
to put your. Thank you guys in the chat. I forgot to put why. I put you. Wait, did I put the? Yeah, I did put your take. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I put it right. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all. your. Yeah, I got it. Shout out to y'all. I'm like, I need an answer because you not making no sense here.
What do you really think you're gonna get though?
I know what answer I'm gonna get. The same answer that motherfuckers always give, but I want him to say it because he's not gonna say that. He's gonna dance around. He's gonna dance around the point that I'm trying. The point.
I told you that just the guy, whatever the fuck.
I already knew
is.
he was a bot in disguise though. From the
Oh
street.
no! Fuck being a bot. I told you that nigga was retarded. And y'all looked at me crazy for not wanting to hear or speak to this nigga, bro.
Which is a bot.
I don't know if I told you, sick. Him and OBJ was going at it this week.
Oh yeah.
And I told him. I said, bruh, why every time you come in here you arguing with my niggas? Like, what's good with you, bruh? Like, you keep coming in here arguing. You started with Sick, did it with OBJ, and now with me. Like, you keep like, what is wrong with you, dude?
I think that's how he believes that he's gonna get into a point of talking or having a conversation with us, because just having a normal conversation is impossible for niggas like that.
I don't know why he's talking like that, because like we can have a normal conversation.
But OBJ, what you're saying, I've been told them niggas.
He got real mad when OBJ was calling him that shit though the other day. That shit was funny.
Come on, man. Look, bro,
that nigga was
naturally
offended.
I can't smack the fucking taste out of your mouth, and you live in my state. I'm not arguing with you on the internet, nigga. Yeah.
Word? He live in I thought he lived in New York.
According to him, he does.
I thought he lived in New York. Oh no, you live in Florida. You better go ahead and take
that's
that
why.
road
That's
trip.
why I'm telling this nigga, bro. Like, I don't want to argue with you, bro. If you want your 15 minutes with me, nigga, we can do this. We don't have to talk about this shit on the internet, bro.
You better take that 6-hour road trip. Shout out to Jack.
Nah, but I ain't got the time for the fuckers, dog.
My nigga Jack.
Shout out to my boy Jack, bro. Jack one of the realest niggas, bro. Him is sick. That nigga Jack, when he did that, yo, hey, I love this gaming community. Yo, when Jack did that stream, bro. When Jack did that stream, I was at work. I was in, tears were coming down my face.
You know why?
Bro. That shit was crazy, bro.
You know why? Because you get to a point where you just tired of arguing with a nigga, dog.
Yeah.
You just want to put hands on a motherfucker, dog. You don't want to fucking talk to these niggas, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to do it. So I felt that nigga when that nigga said, I want to take that 6-hour road trip, bro. I mean, I don't think he was thinking about that shit, because you ain't never supposed to let a nigga pull up on you.
Yeah.
That way, when you put their ass down, nigga,
that is one of the most legendary. That's one of the most legendary streams I ever watched in my life, bro. When I was watching that stream, that stream, bro, I was at work, bro. I was like, I was sitting at my desk. I listened to that whole goddamn stream, bro. I was crying, bro. I was in there crying because that shit was so goddamn funny, bro. I was like, that nigga Jack said, you want me to take this road trip? You want me to take this road trip? Now, if I take that 6-hour road trip, it's gonna be a problem. I was like,
if I run up on you, what are you gonna do?
I was like, that nigga Jack not playing,
we
bro.
about to take the road trip to
That nigga
motherfucking
Jack
Sony
not playing,
HQ up in
bro.
this motherfucker.
With Omega.
Hey, that shit was so great, bro. Yo, shout out to Barbarian. He said, sup to the chat in the panel. Great show is Dribble. Oh, what up, Dribble? Did you change your name from Dribble Piss? I always like that name, man. I always like Dribble Piss.
I just got this intercom system and put that shit together, dog. I fucking
for
love
the house.
It, dog. Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Got intercoms in every room.
Oh, word. So now you ain't got
shit.
That nigga.
Oh
sick
no,
gonna
I got you, dog. Like
that nigga sick gonna be in his room laying in the bed. That nigga sick gonna be in his room laying in the bed. He gonna turn the income. Hey kid, somebody go get me them cookies from the fridge.
Yo,
Nigga.
hold on. That's a fact, nigga. I had my daughter come in my room to get me the soda from out of my fridge, nigga. That's
Jesus.
sitting right next
Oh,
to
you one of them niggas.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Yo,
my
my parents was like that too when I was young, and I'm gonna be just like that to my parents too.
Shit, dog. I used to hate that shit.
I'm gonna be just like that to my
this
kids
motherfucker
too.
don't get her lazy ass up and get this shit. Hey, bro. I ain't
The
lying,
remote
man.
gonna be sitting on the coffee table.
Shit, bro.
I'm gonna call a kid and be like, "Yo, kid, come in here and get this remote from me."
Yo.
It's all part of childhood, though.
Yo, listen. My mom used to, she used to want me to like make her something to drink or some shit like that. Like, yo, I used to hate that shit. I'm like, yo, man, what you mean? I ain't no slave, man.
Can y'all
Nigga,
please go to channel 2? Thank you.
But yo, man, let's get up out of here, man. I'm gonna play some games.
Yes, sir.
Yo, starting with you, Chris Righteous, man. Give us your outro, bro.
Not man. I'm just playing games, bro.
Right
I
on,
mean,
man.
that Demon Souls, that Demon Souls.
You loving the
that shit's
PS5?
amazing.
You loving that PS5?
Yeah, man. That
All
fucking
right.
Demon Souls. That shit's amazing, bro. Like
That's a
that
shit.
shit's amazing. And me and Sig,
Hold on,
we were just playing that zombie army.
How is it? Is that
shit
game
like
good?
that.
Is it fun?
That shit's fire, bro.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
green.
It's fun. It's fun with people.
That shit's
Well,
fire.
It ain't no risk. So let me go download that. I got that for free.
That nigga said it ain't no risk.
It ain't no risk. Let me download that.
Yeah, he got a story, nigga.
Yeah, but nobody gives a fuck
going
about
out-
that story.
You going out there to go kill Hitler, nigga?
Yeah, that's it. Zombie Hitler. That's it. That's
Really?
the story.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh hell, that.
Zombie
Yeah,
Hitler.
I wonder how
Alright,
I wonder how the German people feel about all these fucked up ass games with that type of.
I don't think anybody cares in America, nigga.
Oh yeah, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, killing Hitler is always great. Yeah, that shit's always great.
Yo, Glorious War, man. Give us your outro, bro.
Nothing much to say. It was a good show. You can catch me on Twitter. It's at Glorious War. Right, great show, guys.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Glorious. Always coming through, man. Showing support. I appreciate you, bro. Yo, Link, man, you was quiet. Yo, Link, you gotta start interrupting, bro. You see how we interrupt each other all the time, bro? You gotta start interrupting niggas and just start talking, bro. You too polite.
Let your balls hang, baby. Let your balls hang.
I think y'all were just in the flow, so I was just listening. I tried to kind of get in, but
Bro, you gotta talk loud, bro. You just gotta like talk louder than the nigga that's talking. Cut them off, bro. That's what you gotta start doing.
OBJ that shit, nigga. OBJ that shit.
As y'all was talking, let me tell you what happened. As y'all was talking, Link was looking at his Xbox Series X like, God damn.
Damn, I'm glad I got a. That nigga was looking at his. He was looking at his Xbox like, damn, I'm glad I got a backup.
I'm looking at my shit right now, bro. God damn.
That nigga said, I'm glad I got a backup. That PlayStation let me down.
I had got off work and I was running, so I didn't, I didn't want to make a whole lot of noise. But yeah, I mean, been days gone, and I couldn't finish that game, and I don't know the gameplay. It just didn't grow on me. I kept giving it a shot. I mean, I bought the game the day one, but I just, so if it doesn't get a sequel, I mean, it really doesn't affect me. But for the people who love the game, I want them to get their sequel. And people need to stop shitting on Death Stranding, because that was a really good game. So just saying. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, so you could, you know what?
Great. Yeah, hold on. Hey, yeah. Hey, say it, Sick. Say it.
No, go ahead, Sick. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. Say what you got to say.
Man, I'm in a really good mood right now, man. I ain't trying to be combative with goddamn Link today, man.
Yeah, we got to get up out of here, man. But I know what you was going to say.
On Link, man, and I don't even be trying to pick on Link, but some of Link taking me like.
Nope. I enjoyed
Link say, man, shit, I ain't enjoyed Days Gone, riding around on a motorcycle, nigga, shooting bitches, crazy story, nigga, crazy rednecks in this world, my nigga, like, I ain't like that.
That nigga, yo, hey, real talk.
Nigga, that did it for me.
That nigga Link be playing Friday. Hey man, I'm keeping it stat. That man Link been playing Friday the 13th lately, bro.
Yeah, I love that game.
That man, I was thinking about getting that man to go to the hospital, bro. That man playing Friday the 13th. It's like a survival. It's a survival multiplayer.
No, I seen footage of it. That shit look like State of Decay out this motherfucker. I said, God damn.
Graphically it look like. No, not graphically. It looks really bad, but
I like the game though. I like it.
It is fun with like friends and stuff like that. It is fun. But yo, OBJ, man, give a shout out, your OBJ.
Yeah, man, y'all know what it is, man. You know, like, share that motherfucker out. You know, thanks for having me. You know, more AAAs is cool with me. You know what I mean? I do want to play Days Gone and shit. You know, I do want to play Days Gone too, but I gotta roll with it, I guess. I'm gonna tell you one thing I'm fucking upset about right now, though, man, is for the last 3 days, nigga, I have not. Nigga, I'm like at the what is that desert type of motherfucking area in Gears of War 5, and I can't bring myself to finish that motherfucker. This shit is fucked up, nigga. I ain't never not wanted to play a Gears game all the way through ever before in my life.
Is it because you're bored or because?
Yeah, nah.
No,
There's not much to it. There's not much to Gears 5, man.
I don't like those characters. I don't like the characters.
Yeah, the characters were terrible, honestly. But I get what they were trying to do, man. They're trying to phase out the old niggas. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't really like that skiff shit, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they could have put a nigga on the bike and it would have been just fine.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. But I mean, I know I'm gonna finish it, but it's like, nigga, I can't believe that I didn't play it straight through, nigga. I've never done that with the Gears. I don't understand. Mm-hmm. Shit is fucking with me. But anyway, man, you know, thanks for having me.
Oh,
you know,
wait. Before you leave, bro. Snowfall, man.
I didn't watch it. No, I didn't watch it yet. No,
baby.
No.
Yeah,
We're not doing that. I didn't watch this week's episode yet. I didn't watch this week's episode yet. Yeah, no. Let me watch this week's episode. Let me watch this week's episode. No, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I've been on Outriders super hard.
I gotta watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I'm 2 episodes behind on Falcon. I gotta watch that too.
You know what you should do? You should wait maybe 2 weeks before you watch Snowfall, because it'll be over with at that point.
No, nigga, he ain't gonna be able to survive. That nigga is not gonna be able to survive that one. Nigga,
I gotta watch it. I love that shit.
You gonna scroll past some shit, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I don't know how you gotta wait this damn long. Hey, man, niggas are spoiled.
No spoilers. Yeah, but I think they about to kill my man Jerome, bro. No spoilers though.
I already seen that coming since last episode, cause I already see that coming, man. I see that coming.
You think so?
Yeah. He definitely gonna die. He not trying to do it no more.
I feel like they're gonna take him out, bro.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna kill him.
Which is gonna be super weird, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Teddy looked way too concerned about Louis, nigga.
All right, man. Let's stop talking about this shit, man.
No. Between me and you and the niggas that actually watched it.
Nah, nigga.
You think you're giving her that dick? I mean, he definitely gave it to his wife, nigga.
What the fuck is going on
in episode 1 or 2, nigga? Hey, I know it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, bro.
I don't know about that one.
He cared too much about somebody he did not know.
I think he was just trying to make Franklin think that he gave a fuck. But really, I don't trust the shit out that nigga either.
He got all the way out of his feelings when he saw the blood on Franklin's shirt. Nigga, he got all the way out of his feelings. And then when Franklin told him what happened, his whole face changed.
All right, look, man. Just let this nigga
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yo, nigga, the finale, when the finale hit, I don't give a fuck, nigga. This whole thing getting spoiled, nigga.
Oh, nah, by the time
I'm doing a whole motherfucking cast, nigga.
Nah, if you're doing a spoiler cast, I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna come through for that. Yeah,
after the finale.
Yeah. I'm gonna come through. Give us your outro, Sick.
Oh, I ain't got no outro, man. Go ahead and play your Outriders, bro.
All right. Yo, listen, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Shout out to the panel, man. Always good having a conversation with y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Folks in the chat. Like I said, man, the membership. I got memberships now, man. If you guys want to support that membership, but what the fuck? Oh man, that man Sick dying over there. You good,
man,
bro?
I'm out of here, dog.
Like I said, man, memberships there. The membership button is there, guys. Also, man, I appreciate everybody here, man. Appreciate your support. And yeah, man, Saturday morning at 11 a.m. What's Up PlayStation Podcast with myself and Bari. I'll see you guys then, man. Y'all be safe. Enjoy your night. And